percentage from 2, whether that be at the rim, in transition off the second shots. We have a number of guards that are comfortable in that mid-level, mid-game space. And, that's something that has really carried us. It also has allowed us to really get to the free throw line and to shoot a high percentage from the free throw line. Then when you do those two things well, you're not reliant on the 3-point shot. And I think you see that like our 3-point shooting climbed as the year went. We ended up shooting, I think, maybe a top 5 percentage in the SEC. So, offensively, it's hard for me to be too critical. I mean, we lived in the top 10 in the nation in terms of efficiency for most of the season. I think we finished in the top 20 right now. Defensively is where we have to really just buckle down and foul less and defensive rebound and get stops and really be able to defend. And I think if we could do those two things, like a lot of teams in this tournament, you're certainly capable of playing more than one game.
Kind of makes Texas unique, Chucky. Yeah. Usually when you play teams that have an efficiency metric of 13 or better, they're doing what you and I have talked about all year, really what NC State wants to do.
Right.
They get you in rotation, maybe drive and kick, high number of assists for a basket ratio.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily Texas's formula.
Yeah.
They've got Jordan Pope. He's a one-on-one break-you-down guy.
Yeah.
Dalen Swain can break you down with a dribble. He can pull up.
Yeah.
Cameron Heide is a shooter off the bench.
Right.
He may start here today because Texas has Lacina Traore injured. And he's a big fellow who may not play. He didn't score a ton for him, played about 10, 15 minutes a game. He's probably out for this ball game. But it's not the team that looks to have that. How many baskets can we get assists upon? Like a lot of other teams are. They love it. They'd love to do that. They had a lot of assists against. They had 18 assists on 29 makes in Maui. That's great. It's really, really good. You had 18 assists.
That is good.
But they've deviated from it a little more than some other teams have.
Yeah, so they try to break you down one-on-one. So now if you're the opposing team, if you're NC State, you got to be able to guard now. You got to be able to keep your guy in front of you. And you got to be able, like you put Darrell Revis on that island, it's going to be your island. Whatever, it's going to be Quadir Copeland Island or whoever, Trey Holloman's island. So you have to be able to guard your guy and keep him in front of you. And like he said, a high difficulty shot. That will make shots high difficulty that you have to make over people. So NC State needs to be able to defend one-on-one, and then after they make them take a high degree of difficulty shot, they got to be able to rebound that basketball.
Yeah, rebounding has been an issue this year for NC State for sure. Texas is a squad coached by Sean Miller, who not only is like mildly familiar with Dayton, he was just here. But with Xavier last year, and they beat Texas.
That's right.
Well, then he gets the Texas job and comes right back to Dayton. Here he is right now. So talk about experience. Not only have they been here before in a metaphorical sense, they literally was just here last year for this event, this very arena.
We're really excited about it. I think there's a little bit of irony in going back to UD Arena. I was there a year ago, not as the coach at Texas, and obviously Texas was there playing against us. So, I'll just say this. I think that familiarity can be helpful. Our guys have been in UD Arena. They've been in the city of Dayton, and they kind of know what this first four feels like. And obviously we're playing an opponent that we respect a great deal, but we've played each other this year. So I think there's familiarity on both sides. We've actually followed NC State very closely this year. I'm sure they did the same thing with us because that we've matched up earlier in the year.
Chucky, it's 2 16 seeds playing right now. You're in UD Arena.
Yeah.
Set the scene for us a little bit on what you see. Can you find consecutive empty seats?
No, this place is packed. It's jam-packed in here.
Yeah,
it's jam-packed. This is a very nice and cozy arena. So I really like this place.
Yeah, it's intimate. It's collegiate. You wouldn't find an arena like this at the pro level.
No,
this is a college arena. It's an old college arena that's been renovated not long ago. It's the host of this First Four event annually since 2011. Capacity is just over 13,000, and it is at capacity right now. There are 2 large angles of seats going all the way up to the rafters on each side of the court. Behind each basket, those bleachers, those chair-back seats are abbreviated, and there's a wall, and above the wall are suites. at each baseline. And the capacity in total is about 13,000. The suites overhang the seats behind each basket. And so what you've got is a very intimate feel here in UD Arena, where there's a steep angle from each sideline, and then it's really tight behind the baskets in a unique setting here in Dayton. Sean Miller is very familiar. Will Wade is as well. He went to the Final Four here with VCU from this event in 2011.
That's right. Yeah, this is a very basketball friendly. I love the suites, how the suites are in the end zone, and not like normally you see suites along the sides. They don't have any suites along the sides. The suites are in the end zone and raised up high. But it's a really nice, cozy arena, and it's probably one of those arenas that everyone should try to experience if they could.
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite as historic as Hinkle Fieldhouse. It's not the Palestra in Philadelphia, but maybe, gosh, it's right. It's trying to get right there.
It's trying to get there. Yeah. It's one that you should visit.
It's a neat arena. These places take on a personality of their own. You're not really sure what it's going to feel like once you walk in the building, see the lighting, hear the sounds, and this is really neat. What a treat it is. It's not where NC State wants to be. If you're in the NCAA tournament, you'd like to be good enough to get past the first four. But like you said, Chucky, a lot of teams would die to be in the first four. And here is NC State as this 11 seed trying to make the most of it. Now, Sean Miller and his Texas squad, as we're back to the point here, have played a demanding schedule. That's part of how they had an 18-14 record, but are in the NCAA tournament. In fact, KenPom ranks Texas's schedule as the 20th most difficult nationally. In a lot of ways, NC State and Texas have had mirrors of seasons of each other. They had win streaks around the same time in league play. NC State won 6 games in a row in ACC play right around the same time. Texas won 5 consecutive SEC conference games. Each team kind of went into a skid late in the year, and thus 2 11 seeds are meeting here in Dayton. Sean Miller breaks down his team's resume and the way his season went.
I wouldn't say I'm surprised at all that we got in. You know, there's a lot of smart people that picked the field. There's no favors here. You know, we've been the team that started out when we were 0-0 in Charlotte, North Carolina, playing Duke, and we started Tremont at the point, Kendall Weaver at the 2. Swain at the 3, Nick Cody at the 4, and Modest, who had not practiced in 4 weeks, at the 5. I look back on that. We had 0 chance to win the game. That was our starting point, and I bring that up because there's been nothing easy for our team. Playing at UConn in a return game in early December, Virginia, who at the time when they played us here, you said, boy, Texas isn't very good. You're playing one of the top 9 teams in America, on our home court. So we know the schedule we played, and then obviously the SEC speaks for itself. We know what we're capable of. So surprised, hard-earned, and very thrilling to be a part of this year's tournament. In terms of our level of play, I don't think it's as easy just to say that we haven't played well. We lost to Arkansas on senior night. I don't know very many teams that are going to go in there after Arkansas had lost by 50 points at Florida. And, you're playing them in their final home game. As you saw by today, Arkansas is, again, one of America's best teams. And then the last 2 games, I would just say this to you. It was very disappointing because I think with a win in either of those 2 outings, we clearly would have been in the tournament. And probably a seed line higher. We knew that. And, when you lose on senior night to Oklahoma in overtime, the way the game felt, it's incredibly disappointing. But I wouldn't say we played bad in that game. There was a lot of good moments in the Oklahoma game. And then Ole Miss, obviously, the one part that I wish I could have done better, and we've talked a lot about it with our team, I felt when we entered the SEC tournament, we were still connected to the disappointment of our Oklahoma game. It felt like a 19th game in the SEC, and before you know it, you're down. The game doesn't feel right, and we were like playing in mud from the beginning, and I think that made it even more disappointing. Now, I'll say this. I've given Arkansas credit. Oklahoma and Ole Miss, we played them back-to-back. If you really follow what was going on closely, those two teams were playing about as well as anybody in America of these last 2 weeks. So, I think part of our finish doesn't have as much to do with us as the circumstances surrounding those 3 games. We've had a couple really good practices. We've had some great meetings. And I think our team is really super excited about the opportunity to keep playing.
A couple of games he'd like back, and he feels like if they win those games, they get a higher seed line or a better seed line in the NCAA tournament. Where have you heard that before, Chucky Brown?
Yeah, I'm about to say, we can say the same thing.
It's a very similar resume, and they're two teams that have comparable records. You would expect that with 2 11 seeds from power leagues getting at it. What's unique about it is not only have these two had similar seasons, they have been part of each other's seasons in non-conference play. Yeah. And then, of course, you mentioned the exact timing of the win streaks for each team, about the same. Now, chronology of wins is not supposed to play into your resume. Okay. So winning late, winning early, it used to matter more if you were a hot team.
Yeah, it did.
But each team has had very, very similar years, and Texas feels like if they were just 1 or 2 late wins away, just like Notre Dame, just like Stanford, just like Miami, and on and on and on, then each of these two teams would say, there we are, we're an 8 seed, and no doubt about it in the field.
Yeah, if both teams would have won those games, it might be playing 8-9 already.
Correct.
So I did follow Texas after we lost to them because I wanted to see how they were going to play against other people. So he's exactly right. I followed them right after we had lost to them, and I watched their season and I watched them go through the SEC. I saw that they lost to Ole Miss, but like Sean said, Ole Miss was playing a lot better. They didn't have too good of a game when we played them, but we could have played a good part of that because the defense that NC State played was pretty good.
Ole Miss almost played their way into the NCAA tournament with a deep SEC tournament run, and that's a team that the Pac beat handily in Greensboro.
Beat them handily in Greensboro. And they were 15 in
the last team to sneak in.
I think
they were one of them. They were
one of them. And then they were pretty scary back when we played them. But I thought NC State was playing well at the time and had something to do with how Ole Miss struggled.
Yeah, Texas is actually a squad that's coming in here now with a head coach who might believe maybe there's a sliver. Is there a sliver of advantage to playing in the first 4? Sean Miller speaks to the possibility that maybe getting a win under your belt here in the NCAA tournament before anybody else gets to play maybe gives you a little bit of an edge.
It's just the quality of play, and I think there's some real power in getting a game under your belt and a win. You've already won. You've already advanced. Last year I felt like we were really confident when we won the game and then had the opportunity to play Illinois. We just ran into a heck of a team that played really well on offense against us. Bad matchup for our team. But I've been on the opposite end of this. We were a 6 seed when I was at Arizona. We ran into maybe the worst seeded team in the history of the NCAA tournament, and that would have been Wichita State with Fred Van Vliet and Ron Baker. They were coming off of they were starters on a Final Four team, and if you remember that, I think they had won close to 30 games, and they were in the first 4, and they were motivated. They beat Vanderbilt, and they came into Providence where we were waiting on them, and man, I'm going to tell you right now, they put it on us. So that's how we have to look at it. Obviously, that doesn't come unless you play well. And I think, we have to get back to playing our best.
Chance to do that tonight here against NC State, to do that against Texas. Each team's been trying to kind of figure itself out to some degree. What a time this would be to have it all click together.
Yeah, this would be a great time. And I have to agree with him. Playing like you play in this first 4, you get to see, and it's good that NC State is playing the second game. So you get to really see like the emotion and what everything means, what each possession means before you get out on the floor. And now you're playing in the first 4 to play in, to go to play BYU. Now you get an opportunity to see, okay, this is what the tournament is. This is what it is. While another team is waiting, they may try to play themselves into that next game, and you already know, like, all right, we got to jump on them right now, and everything is serious from go. And now they may be a little bit behind as far in the emotional aspect of the game.
I think the hardest part about the next game for NC State, which would be great to play, is the red-eye flight that might come up tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And then, would love to have it. The time change, no complaints.
Right.
It's just that's not something that BYU had to do.
Right.
That's just not that extra leg and extra travel. Forget the game itself. There's a degree of going to Portland, Oregon from Dayton, Ohio. That's in and of itself not the easiest thing to do, and you can get a little bit tired on the West Coast, especially if you keep playing ball games. But hey, that's a gift.
Yeah,
that'd be part of the deal. But that might be an issue in terms of the geography of this draw.
Right. Yeah, it'll be in terms of that. It'll be a problem that way. But the main thing you got to do as a player is stay hydrated. You got to stay hydrated. Plenty of whatever it is you drink. To keep the fluids in your body, and that'll help you adjust to any type of time zone situation thing.
Well, that's the case. They'll have the bottled waters flowing, an abundance of liquids. Let's take a break, and we'll send it back to our guy Mike Moat back in the studio. There is a minute 54 seconds left here in this game that precedes the Pack and the Longhorns. Howard has 83 points. UMBC has 74 points. We're in University of Dayton Arena. It's the big bracketed March Madness logo at the jump circle. It says first four at the left baseline and at the right baseline. Under each basket, there's that signature, let's see, it's blue here in Dayton. They've got that sky blue underneath each black padded stanchion here in the University of Dayton Arena, where Howard is taking on UMBC in Dayton, Ohio. We'll take a break, send it back to Mike Moat back in the studio for scores and updates as NC State takes on Texas here in the NCAA tournament. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
When it comes to engineering, in North Carolina, one name leads the pack. The College of Engineering at NC State University is where next-generation leaders design, build, and launch solutions into the world. Our students don't wait for the future, they create it now with real-world impact, innovative research, and industry partnerships that power change and fuel our economy. We're solving problems that matter here in North Carolina and beyond. Engineering the future. It all starts at NC State.
Chaz, what's up, my man?
We got ourselves an Inside NC State Athletics podcast that we need folks to know about.
I heard about that.
It records weekly, put it out midweek. You can download it wherever you get your podcasts from. It's the Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
Kind of our perspective of what we see and what we hear.
Different stories, play some games, play a little bit of trivia maybe.
And I love you send the trivia answers to me before we
You're
play.
not supposed to tell people.
Oh.
You're not supposed to
I don't
tell
look
them.
at them, by the way.
You're just smart. Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in Wolfpack Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
This is your home for the Wolfpack. We're back right after this local timeout on the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
Sometimes everything goes your way, and sometimes it doesn't.
Just like on the field or on the court, life and business have ups and downs. I'm Larry Barber, President and CEO of North State Bank, and that's why you need to call us. We'll be with you no matter what comes your way.
North State Bank, the best call you'll ever make. Visit northstatebank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, and home to Wolfpack fans.
Let Liberty Senior Living communities offer vibrant lifestyles in some of North Carolina's most sought-after locations. The amenities of fine resorts and the incomparable comforts of home. All Liberty Senior Living communities are designed for active seniors and feature whole-person wellness, distinctive dining, life enrichment, and top-class amenities and services. Visit your local Liberty Senior Living community, the Templeton of Cary or Hayes Barton Place, today and come home to the retirement you deserve. Exceptional senior living here, there, and everywhere you want to be.
Tuesday night and the NCAA's First Four event going on, and the Pack is part of it. We're excited about it. Mike Moat back inside our network studios as we get started here on this Tuesday evening. A lot of basketball going on as far as the NCAA and also the NIT. A few teams from our state participating in that tonight. Let's update you on what is going on in the Howard UMBC game. 53 seconds on the clock right now, and it's a 7-point game. UMBC trails Howard 83-76. They got it down to as few as 5 here in the second half. They've been trying to catch up with Howard, who had themselves an 8-point lead at the half, pushed it out to double digits, and Howard is looking like they're going to advance. And if they do, their reward out of the West region, they'll be taking on the Michigan Wolverines, the top seed in the West region. That'll be taking place a little bit later on Thursday. That's a Thursday evening game at 6:50 or 7:10, I believe it is. 7:10 is when that game will take place. Of course, this game is coming up tonight, and then you have 2 more in Dayton tomorrow, and let's talk about those real quick before we give you the NIT scores. Of course, the first game of the day will be let's talk about the second game first, because that's an attractive matchup. It's SMU, one of the last 4 teams in, taking on the Miami Redhawks. And, of course, Miami with only 1 loss this season, that in their conference tournament last week. But head coach Travis Steele is not worried about his team and how they're going to handle the pressure of tomorrow night's game.
You know, our guys are used to all the media attention. They're used to all the noise. We're used to close games, right? So we've been in every situation possible, which I think will serve us really well here in March. And listen, we have to, again, we are super, super grateful to be here. But now we got to take advantage of this opportunity, right? Life's a lot about timing. And listen, we got a very formidable opponent in SMU, but we have to attack. Now's the time to let it play. Man, we've worked really hard for this moment.
It'll be almost like a de facto home game for the Redhawks of Miami as they take on this team out of SMU. And head coach Andy Enfield got some good news. It appears that his team is going to be pretty healthy for tomorrow's game because Washington's back. Edwards should be ready to play. You add that to the guys that are already playing, it's a pretty good roster. And head coach Andy Enfield is going to tell us now about how he looks at this Miami team and how they plan to defend them and maybe take them on and do what they can to keep these guys at bay here.
They're virtually all the same player. They're all really good. And they can all pass, shoot, and dribble. So it doesn't really matter who you're guarding. You have to guard a guy because they can all shoot threes, put the ball on the floor, and make plays for each other. So there's there'll be probably a lot of switching, a lot of rotations, and we just have to try to guard them and make them miss. Use our size. We have a size advantage. We have an athleticism advantage at certain positions. And we also score 85 points a game. So they score 90. So you'll see 2 very good offensive teams play.
And we'll see how it plays out. Again, that's the second game of the night tomorrow between SMU and Miami of Ohio. Miami won some close games down the stretch. They had to survive. That undefeated record was challenged on numerous occasions, finally falling to UMass in the quarterfinals of the MAC tournament last week. Meanwhile, for SMU, a tough loss to Louisville in the ACC last week, but all of that doesn't matter as that game gets underway tomorrow night just after 9 o'clock. Now, the first game of the night tomorrow features Prairie View A&M. The Panthers will take on Lehigh's Mountain Hawks. The first time for Lehigh since 2012 that they've gone dancing, and that was a memorable tournament for Lehigh because they went in and knocked off a 2 seed in the Duke Blue Devils You might remember that from a few years ago. So it's an interesting matchup there for that first game between Lehigh and Prairie View A&M. That's a 6:40 start from Dayton tomorrow. We have got a tight game now. 42 seconds to go in regulation, and it's a 2-point game between UMBC and Howard. Howard leads the game right now with 12 seconds to go now. They've just updated it. 12 seconds remaining. It's 83-81. So this is going to come down to the finish here. Let's update you on some other games going on in the NIT. You've got UNC Wilmington. They are in action right now. They are leading, let's see, UNC Wilmington, Yale 68-67. So it's UNC Wilmington by a point over Yale, who just narrowly missed getting into the tournament, losing their conference tournament in heartbreaking fashion. Meanwhile, we've got Wichita State leading Wyoming 64-58, under 2 minutes to play in regulation there. You've got Davidson putting on a good show in Stillwater. They lead Oklahoma State nearing the end of the first half there, 44-35. Meanwhile, Liberty, we saw them earlier this year. They got by George Mason. That was a final from earlier, 77-71. We've also got some other games coming up a bit later, including Stephen F. Austin taking on Tulsa. Saw that Stephen F. Austin team last Wednesday in the Southland Tournament Final. They're a good team, had won 28 games this year. They'll take on Tulsa, who's pretty good out of the American. St. Thomas will take on Seattle. That's a 10 o'clock start. You've also got a 10 o'clock start at Neville Arena. Auburn, a lot of folks thought they might have a chance to get in, not able to, but they're playing in the NIT against South Alabama. It's UNLV and UC Irvine. That'll wrap up the action in the NIT. Now, getting set for some games coming up. Of course, the winner of this Howard-UMBC game is going to get the top seed Houston on Thursday night. So that'll be a tough assignment for them. Some other games of note on Thursday in the East will start the day with TCU and Ohio State. That's a 9 versus 8 matchup. In the South, a little later than that, an interesting matchup between 4th-ranked Nebraska and 13th-ranked Troy. Nebraska has never won a tournament game. They haven't been there very often either, but that is a game that will be taking place at about 12:40 in the afternoon on Thursday. A little later, about 1:50, it's 6th-ranked Louisville and 11th-ranked South Florida. Should be an interesting matchup. South Florida's winners of the American. The West region features 12-seeded High Point against number 5 seed Wisconsin. In the East, later on in the afternoon, a little after 2, you've got 16th-ranked Siena taking on the top-seeded Duke Blue Devils. In the South, you've got McNeese, Will Wade's former team. They match up against the 5th-seeded Vanderbilt Commodores. Also in the East, 14th-seed South Dakota State beats number 3-seed Michigan State. In the West, 13th-seeded Hawaii will go to Arkansas. That's a 13-4 matchup. In the South, you've got 11-seed VCU and 6th-seeded North Carolina. That's a night game. Midwest region offers us top-seeded Michigan and the winner of this game. And let's see where we're at on this one. It is 7 seconds to go, and Howard is holding on to a 2-point lead there. In the Midwest region, Michigan will get the winner of that game. Also in the South on Thursday night, you've got 10-seeded Texas A&M and 7-seeded St. Mary's. In the South, 14-seed Penn against Illinois. In the Midwest, you've got 9-seed St. Louis and 8-seeded Georgia. That should be an interesting game. Georgia, an at-large team from the Atlantic, and, of course, the Bulldogs having one of their better seasons in a while. It's the second year they've gone to the NCAA in succession. The West region offers us 14-seed Kennesaw State and the 3rd-seeded Gonzaga Bulldogs. And, of course, the winner of our game will take on BYU in the first game of the evening on that session. We wrap up the South region on Tuesday night with Houston taking on the 5th-seeded Iowa Hawkeyes. Let's update you on this one. 5 seconds to go still, 85-83. They're coming down to a finish, and we'll give you that final score as soon as it comes in. But up next, we'll continue our coverage from Dayton. Seats over just a little over 13,000 fans. It is a intimate setting for this First Four event. They support it extremely well. It's a packed house, and we're looking forward to the game getting started between the Wolfpack and the Longhorns. Second time these two teams have met, as you know, And we'll see what the Wolfpack has in store for Texas this evening. Our coverage continues in just a moment as we continue our coverage of the NCAA tournament. First four, it's tonight in just a little while on the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we believe that getting to know you is the best way to protect what you love most. We have friendly agents in every county to help you prepare for the unexpected. And when life doesn't go as planned, our award-winning claims team will be with you every step of the way. Find a local agent today at ncfbins.com. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
Wolfpack fans, CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. Get the best defense with the Southeast leader in smart security. With CPI Security's professional installation and state-of-the-art 24/7 monitoring, you can rest assured knowing your home and business are protected. Plus, with our newest service, Night Guard, you can sleep soundly knowing CPI is on guard in the overnight hours. Contact us today to learn more at cpisecurity.com.
Hey, Wolfpack fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to NC State basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the NC State Wolfpack. Let's go Wolfpack! SeatGeek.
NC State's going to win this.
Nothing feels as good as a win, but a few things are more important. I'm Larry Barber, President and CEO of North State Bank. We believe everyone should be treated with dignity and respect, on and off the field or the court, in life and in business. Get better together and win together.
If that sounds like the bank for you, visit northstatebank.com. North State Bank, the best call you'll ever make. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Proud supporters of the Wolfpack.
This is Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
Hey Wolfpack fans, I'm Will Wade, the head men's basketball coach here at NC State. We are happy to have the Heister Automotive Group supporting us again this year. They've been backing the Pack for more than 10 years. Here's John Heister to tell you more.
Thanks, Coach. I'm John Heister for the Heister Automotive Group, and I'm pulling for the Pack this year, and I hope we win a ton of games. But I know how you can win. If you're in the market for a vehicle or need your vehicle serviced, we have 4 locations around the Triangle in Sanford, Lillington, and Fuquay Arena. So get off your keister and come to Heister, and go Pack!
Buying a home in the Triangle is a unique buying experience. You deserve someone who's an expert, someone who's experienced, and someone who will help you find the perfect home. You deserve the Jim Allen Group advantage. The Jim Allen Group is a nationally recognized and award-winning real estate team in Raleigh, North Carolina, built on one simple truth. Our customers are our number one priority. Establish your home court advantage with the team at the Jim Allen Group, Coldwell Banker, Howard Perry, and Walston, who are ready to help you buy, sell, or build your next dream home. Learn more at jimallen.com.
Courtside here in University of Dayton Arena as Howard and UMBC almost nearly just went to overtime, Chucky. It's Howard that comes out with the win by 3 points, and the Bison advance. It's the first ever Howard NCAA tournament win. Congratulations to the Howard Bison as they, I believe, take on the Michigan Wolverines in the next round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's who it is, Michigan.
That is a tall task.
Very tall task,
Howard.
but, that's why they play the game.
Absolutely. NC State is now taking the court, right half court, trying to get warmed up. Clock hasn't started yet for the warm-ups for these two because Howard has yet to fully evacuate the court. And UMBC is now walking off its cheer squad, and all of their university representatives are at the left corner. And Howard's still doing post-game interviews and its media obligations as Texas and NC State immediately rush the court trying to get warmed up, trying to get stretched out and warmed up. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Let's pause 10 for station ID. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield. NC State takes on Texas here. A couple of 11 seeds locking up as Texas is going to warm up at the left basket, and NC State will be at the right rim. As, again, these two matched up back on November 26th, right around Thanksgiving, Chucky, right before the Pac just obliterated North Carolina in football.
Yeah,
which between that football game and the Tallahassee basketball game, we've got another couple hours worth of pregame content. We could just keep reliving the glory days from earlier this year. As now the clock has started up, and in 26 minutes' time, they will start the starting lineups announced here in the University of Dayton Arena. As Texas is an 18-14 team. They won 5 consecutive games from January 31st to February 17th. They won in Norman. They won at Oklahoma. They beat South Carolina. Remember South Carolina, Chucky?
Yeah.
From back in the exhibition.
Yeah.
Beat South Carolina by 9. Knocked off Ole Miss by 11. They won at Missouri 85-68. And then they beat LSU 88-85. And then things got a little bit dicey for Texas. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 6. NC State feels like it had a pretty similar season, to be honest, Chuck. It's a pretty similar story. Two Power League teams that played rugged non-conference schedules. Interesting also for Texas, not only did they play NC State, they played Virginia and Duke. They kind of made a bit of an ACC tour. Played the top of the ACC. They lost to Duke 75-60 to start the year. And then they lost to Virginia 88-69. That was in the ACC SEC Challenge in Austin, Texas. And it felt like Texas was making the rounds against the ACC teams as they and NC State are going to play for the second time here this year. Let's talk to Will Wade, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's talk to Coach Wade here before we get set for this NCAA tournament game. It's Coach Wade for a couple of segments next as we continue pregame. It's the Pack against the Longhorns, round number 2 here this year. This one from University of Dayton Arena here in the NCAA tournament. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
When it comes to engineering, in North Carolina, one name leads the pack. The College of Engineering at NC State University is where next-generation leaders design, build, and launch solutions into the world. Our students don't wait for the future. They create it now with real-world impact, innovative research, and industry partnerships that power change and fuel our economy. We're solving problems that matter here in North Carolina and beyond. Engineering the future. It all starts at NC State.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in Wolfpack Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Chaz, what's up, my man?
We got ourselves an Inside NC State Athletics podcast that we need folks to know about.
I heard about that.
It records weekly, put it out midweek. You can download it wherever you get your podcasts from. It's the Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
Kind of our perspective of what we see and what we hear.
Different stories, play some games, play a little bit of trivia maybe.
And I love you send the trivia answers to me before we
You're
play.
not supposed to tell people. Oh. You're not supposed to
I don't look at them, by the way.
You're just smart. Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
This is NC State Basketball from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Life doesn't wait for perfect conditions, and neither should your deck. Trex Decking is performance engineered to handle real life. From cleats to claws, spilled wine to scraping chairs, Trex doesn't crack, splinter, or flinch. It just holds strong and keeps looking great for years to come. So when you're ready for a deck that takes on daily chaos like a champ, choose the brand that's built to outlast the rest. Trex, performance engineered for your life outdoors. Visit Trex.com to learn more.
It's time for the Coca-Cola Coach's Comments with the head coach of the Wolfpack, Will Wade. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Standing by with Coach Wade, here's Matt Chesanow.
Coach, here we go in the first four event in Dayton. It's 15 years old now. It started back in 2011. You remember it pretty well, I suspect. A lot of people have talked about the success you've had in this event. What does it take to win in this event and get into the 64-team bracket? What's this game like? What's the atmosphere like?
I mean, look, it's a great place for basketball. The people in Dayton love basketball, so there'll be a good crowd here for sure. But look, I mean, this is all about, on a quick turnaround, being able to play with energy, with effort, with an urgency, and also have a focus to our discipline and our detail. So, look, it's, we were fortunate in the fact that we've played them before, so it's not just totally starting from scratch. You've got some film of them against you before, but look, it's a team that's going to be the most urgent, most desperate, and play with the best attention to detail, and hopefully that'll be us tonight.
That's super rare that you get a regular season non-conference rematch in the NCAA tournament. How different, how unique does that make this NCAA tournament prep that you have specific game film against them? It's not usually what you get.
No, it doesn't happen very often, but look, it's just one of those quirks, I guess, that happened this time with the selection and with everything. So, look, that's certainly part of it, and it was somewhat helpful. But look, they're a different team than they were in November, and we're a different team than we were in November. So, not everything is comparing apples to apples. Not everything that happened in that first game is going to apply in this second game. So we've got to take that, and then you watch their last 5 games and see how they've played in those last 5 games, and extrapolate some things from that as well.
You mentioned urgency and effort as two of the keys here in this ball game, and mentality in the first 4 event here in Dayton. We talked about coaching details as opposed to effort when we were in the ACC tournament back in Charlotte last week. You were really happy with the effort against Virginia. The team played well against Pittsburgh, scored 98 points. How much do you feel like you were able to get into the kind of granular nitty-gritty that you'd like to do here getting ready for this one?
Well, we were better. We've had good effort the last couple of days in practice. We had a good practice Sunday before the selection show, obviously not knowing we'd be sent to Dayton. We had a good spirited practice Monday Monday morning. We hadn't been very good when we practiced in the morning, and we were actually pretty good. And so, look, we've been good. It's just a matter of, can we make up for all the poor attention to detail that we've had all year? Those habits going to creep in the biggest moments, and sometimes they do, and sometimes you're able to compensate for that. So for us, it's just going to be whether we're able to compensate in those big moments and make sure that our habits are cleaner than they've been most of the season.
Specific to Texas, you had 27 fouls committed in that ball game against the Longhorns. That's the season high mark that you had against Texas. Was that Vocatitis inside? He's one of the national leaders in fouls drawn per 40. Was it specific to their size, or was there something unique schematically that they did?
They didn't do anything schematically. We just switched everything, and they picked at our mismatches. So we're going to try to keep size on size a little bit more tonight. It's one of our game goals is to make sure they don't get to the bonus until the under 5 minutes of each half. They're in the bonus at 12 and a half minutes and 11 minutes in each half in the first time we played them. So just puts you behind the 8 ball, and you can't be as aggressive defensively because you're trying not to foul, and when you try not to foul, you foul, and so just puts you in a difficult spot, and hopefully we'll be cleaner tonight defensively.
Take a break, come back, continue our 2-part pregame discussion here with Coach Wade, getting set forward here in Dayton against the Longhorns. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
At Window World, we proudly support our active duty military and veterans. Our Salute to Service platform during NC State athletic events honors those who serve our country to recognize the sacrifices made to protect our freedoms. Window World is America's exterior remodeler, improving homes and changing lives. Locally owned, nationally trusted, serving Raleigh and Fayetteville with windows, doors, siding, garage doors, and roofing. Visit WindowWorldofRaleigh.com for your free estimate today. Window World is a proud sponsor of NC State athletics.
At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, you're more than a policy, you're family. With offices in every county, we're close by when it matters most. Our local agents customize coverage to fit your life. And our award-winning claims team delivers fast, quality repairs. It's no surprise Forbes ranked us the #1 auto insurer in America. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
This is your home for the Wolfpack. We're back right after this local timeout on the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Wolfpack fans, I'm Will Wade, the head men's basketball coach here at NC State. We are happy to have the Heister Automotive Group supporting us again this year. They've been backing the Pack for more than 10 years. Here's John Heister to tell you more.
Thanks, Coach. I'm John Heister for the Heister Automotive Group, and I'm pulling for the Pack this year, and I hope we win a ton of games. But I know how you can win. If you're in the market for a vehicle or need your vehicle serviced, we have 4 locations around the Triangle in Sanford, Lillington, and Fuquay Arena. So get off your keister and come to Heister, and go Pack!
Hey, this is Matt Chazanow, voice of the Wolfpack. When it comes to banking, Dogwood State Bank stands out. Dogwood isn't your average bank. They're reshaping community banking. They prioritize your needs, whether you're a small business or a seasoned pro. At Dogwood, they understand the value of your business. Come experience the Dogwood difference for yourself. Dogwood State Bank, proudly serving Raleigh, Charlotte, Sanford, Wilmington, Greenville, Morehead City, and Fayetteville. Visit dogwoodstatebank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Coach, here we go in Dayton. It's the first 4 event here in the NCAA tournament. It's the Pack against Texas. A couple of 11 seeds technically at it here to get things started. They average 84 points a game to the Longhorns. Their offense is very efficient as far as the KenPom metrics. They're number 13 in the country. In the last segment before the break, we were talking about how they draw a lot of fouls. Is that part of how they're so efficient, how they get to 84 points while the clock is stopped and they get to the free throw line?
Yeah, they do a good job there. They do a great job in transition. They killed us in transition the first game. We had 4 live ball turnovers and 11 shooting turnovers. So we had 15 basically live ball turnovers or turnovers in the court of play, and they scored 20 points off of those miscues. So we can't spot them 20 points. I mean, look, we got to make them earn it in the half court. You got to make them earn what they get in the half court. You can't just give them to them with your own live ball turnovers and shooting turnovers. That's been a huge point of emphasis these last couple of days, is making sure that we cut down on those and make them earn what they get. Because look, they've got good offensive players, they've got good shot makers. They shot 16 of 32 from 3 against us the first game. Pope played really well against us. Number 2 made some threes. Obviously 7 made some threes, and number 5 made some threes. He had a huge transition 3 that put it out of reach on the right wing late in the game. So it was, look, we've got to do a better job of not giving up the transition threes. 9 of their points, 3 of their threes were off our bad shots. And so our shooting turnovers. So we've got to cut back on the shooting turnovers and give ourselves opportunity to get back and get our defense set and at least make it a little more challenging for them and put a little bit more resistance up.
Was it shooting turnovers that was the key? Because you didn't have a lot of turnovers. You had 6 in the ball game, and then they only had 2 block shots. They didn't block a ton of shots. You didn't have a ton of live ball turnovers.
We had 4 live ball turnovers, but the shooting turnovers add up too. It's the same thing. The ball caroms off the basket. It's like a Scud missile going the other way. It's just a rocket ship going the other way. And you just shoot them out in transition. So it makes it tough. You can't discriminate between a shooting turnover and a live ball turnover. They're the same thing. So we had 15 of them, and we didn't even give our defense a chance in some of those situations.
You blasted them inside 46 to 20 points in the paint. You had a ton of points in the paint against him. Will that be an opportunity here tonight?
Yeah, hopefully we got to drive it. We got to play with some force around the rim. We got to play off 2 feet. We got a shot fake. We did a better job. We did a better job with that. But that's one of the few games we've been able to do that. So hopefully we're able to replicate that tonight.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for the time. Appreciate it. Good luck here in Dayton against the Longhorns.
Thanks. Go Pack.
Those were the Coca-Cola coach's comments from the head coach of the Wolfpack, Will Wade. This is the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in Wolfpack Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
Chaz, what's up, my man?
We got ourselves an Inside NC State Athletics podcast that we need folks to know about.
I heard about that.
It records weekly, put it out midweek. You can download it wherever you get your podcasts from. It's the Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
Kind of our perspective of what we see and what we hear.
Different stories, play some games, play a little bit of trivia maybe.
And I love you send the trivia answers to me before we
You're
play.
not supposed to tell people.
Oh.
You're not supposed to
I don't
tell
look
them.
at them, by the way.
You're just smart. Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
Hey, Wolfpack fans! It's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to NC State basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the NC State Wolfpack. Let's go Wolfpack! SeatGeek.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
This is Rodney Monroe. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball.
I need a little ranch, step to the ranch, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Life doesn't wait for perfect conditions, and neither should your deck. Trex Decking is performance engineered to handle real life. From cleats to claws, spilled wine to scraping chairs, Trex doesn't crack, splinter, or flinch. It just holds strong and keeps looking great for years to come. So when you're ready for a deck that takes on daily chaos like a champ, choose the brand that's built to outlast the rest. Trex, performance engineered for your life outdoors. Visit Trex.com to learn more.
Mike Moat back here in the studio. We're getting set for the first four NC State and Texas teams warming up. Final instructions as the bands are playing at UD Arena. We're getting set for this game to tip off here in about 10 minutes or so. Some games that have gone final now in the NIT tournament. You've got Liberty winning over George Mason, 77-71, and UNC Wilmington is a winner over Yale, 68-67. Wichita State got by Wyoming, 74-70. Second half action, Davidson leading Oklahoma State, 52-51. They're early in the second half, and Stephen F. Austin Tulsa early in that game. They're tied up at 10 apiece. We'll give you some other scores, some games in just a little bit. The World Baseball Classic final is going on, and right now in the fourth inning, Venezuela leads the United States 1-0. We'll keep an eye on that and let you know how that turns out. NC State baseball, speaking of baseball, the Pac big winners today over UNC Wilmington, 14-2. They run-ruled them. That game was done in 7 innings. Now, the game that just finished at the UD Arena, it was an entertaining game. A shot at the buzzer fell just short as UMBC tried to force overtime. Wasn't able to do it. The final 86-83, Howard holds on, and they knock off the Retrievers of UMBC for their first ever NCAA tournament victory. So congratulations to the Bison. Their reward, if you can call it that, they get to go play the Michigan Wolverines on Thursday evening. That'll be quite a fun game for those guys with Coach Dusty May as Michigan Wolverines. Meanwhile, tomorrow you've got 2 games. Prairie View A&M and Lehigh will kick off the night at 6:40, and then we'll follow that up with what should really be an entertaining matchup between SMU and Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio, 31-1. They're at 1 loss in the the MAC quarterfinals last week. A lot of folks wondered, would they allow them to get in without being in the first 4? Well, the matter of fact, they are in the first 4, and, of course, they'll be playing a de facto home game tomorrow in Dayton. I'll be surprised if they don't have a very good turnout for that game tomorrow afternoon. We're getting set for a good matchup here, a rematch between Texas and NC State. And for a few more thoughts before we get this one underway, let's go back courtside to the Lenovo broadcast table. That brought to UD Arena by one Mad Dog Modlin through the snow, through the ice, and 4-degree temperatures. That thing is still on his back, and it's set up now, and that's where Chaz and Chucky are sitting. Gentlemen?
That's exactly right, Mike Moat. You can't stop postseason Mad Dog.
No.
He's got that table strapped to him and brings it wherever he needs to go, however it needs to be there. It's great to be here in the University of Dayton Arena as Texas just came out of the locker room, the left tunnel. NC State comes out of the right tunnel, and each team's getting warmed up at their respective baskets now. Texas is in the road burnt orange, and NC State is in its home white uniforms at the right half court set. It's time now for the UNC Health Injury Report. Injury Report is brought to you by UNC Health, the official healthcare provider of NC State athletics. Chucky, it's a clean sheet for NC State, which is fabulous news. Yes. Texas can't say the same, not breaking news, but Lacina Traore, who is a big fella who played off the bench in Maui way back when, he will miss his 10th consecutive ball game here now. So he's been out for quite a while. He's missed basically a third of the season with an injury, and he is not scheduled to play here tonight. Nick Cody is a big fella who will play for Texas, and he is about 6'8". He's walking at the right wing right now. Texas kind of takes one big and replaces him with another. It's pretty much the same Texas team that we saw in Maui for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, pretty much the same team. A big athletic team with pretty good guards. A good team, though. Good team that's deserving of their spot.
Really is strange that the nation's 13th most efficient KenPom team in offense is dead last in their league in assists a game.
Yeah.
Texas averages 12 assists a game. They're at the bottom of the Southeastern Conference in that mark, right at the bottom. And yet they remain one of the most efficient offensive teams. It's a great one-on-one basketball team.
Yeah, great one-on-one team. And if you're defending that team, you got to, as they say, guard your yard. If you're able to guard your yard and have them take difficult shots, but you got to get the rebound. You can't give a team like that second chance opportunities because when they do get second chance opportunities, that's when they probably get their three-point shots, because the best time to get a three-point shot is after the offensive rebound.
Yeah, we just heard Coach Wade allude to the fact that the defensive alignment for NC State in this matchup might be different than what they did in Maui.
Yeah.
Specific to the switching.
Yeah.
And the way they set their matchups up against a team like Texas that has such aptitude with their one-on-one matchups. Basically, Texas was taking their pick of which matchup they wanted to choose and then drive or get a shot off. In Maui, it worked to the tune of 102 points.
Yeah, it worked to the tune of 102 points, because what they did was, like you said, they searched for their matchup. Once they got that mismatch, if it was a post-up, everybody got out the way. They threw it to the post. If it was a one-on-one thing on the perimeter, everybody got out the way and let the guy play one-on-one. So taking out the switching, that'll make them have to play a little different offensively.
Coach Wade made me laugh when he said some of the missed shots that don't count statistically as turnovers in the box score act like turnovers. He said you take bad shots, they rocket off like Scud missiles off the backcourt, and they start a fast break. NC State had too many of those in Maui against Texas.
Yeah, and you can't do that against a team like Texas. Any type of team that's athletic and likes to get out in transition, you take bad shots, that's just like a steal. That's just like a steal or a turnover.
We'll take a break and come back in just a moment now as each team's getting set to its bench. NC State, left bench. Texas, right bench. It's the NCAA tournament. It's the first four event here in Dayton, Ohio at the University of Dayton Arena. Capacity just north of 13,000, and this venue will be hopping as this is at capacity. Home of the Dayton Flyers, home of the first four event, and it's the start of the NCAA tournament here for NC State and Texas. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
When it comes to engineering, in North Carolina, one name leads the pack. The College of Engineering at NC State University is where next-generation leaders design, build, and launch solutions into the world. Our students don't wait for the future, they create it now with real-world impact, innovative research, and industry partnerships that power change and fuel our economy. We're solving problems that matter here in North Carolina and beyond. Engineering the future. It all starts at NC State.
Wolfpack fans, CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. Get the best defense with the Southeast leader in smart security. With CPI Security's professional installation and state-of-the-art 24/7 monitoring, you can rest assured knowing your home and business are protected. Plus, with our newest service, Night Guard, you can sleep soundly knowing CPI is on guard in the overnight hours. Contact us today to learn more at cpisecurity.com.
This is Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
Hey, this is Matt Chazanow, voice of the Wolfpack. When it comes to banking, Dogwood State Bank stands out. Dogwood isn't your average bank. They're reshaping community banking. They prioritize your needs, whether you're a small business or a seasoned pro. At Dogwood, they understand the value of your business. Come experience the Dogwood difference for yourself. Dogwood State Bank, proudly serving Raleigh, Charlotte, Sanford, Wilmington, Greenville, Morehead City, and Fayetteville. Visit dogwoodstatebank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Hey Wolfpack fans, I'm Will Wade, the head men's basketball coach here at NC State. We are happy to have the Heister Automotive Group supporting us again this year. They've been backing the pack for more than 10 years. Here's John Heister to tell you more.
Thanks, Coach. I'm John Heister for the Heister Automotive Group, and I'm pulling for the pack this year, and I hope we win a ton of games. But I know how you can win. If you're in the market for a vehicle or need your vehicle service, we have 4 locations around the Triangle in Sanford, Lillington, and Fuquay Arena. So get off your keister and come to Heister, and go pack!
Lost the ball, rises up, counted in the foul. Continuation on the break.
It's time for Wolfpack Basketball on the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
Steps into a three-pointer. Right away, got it, hand in his face. Paul McNeil is white hot. Shot is up, missed, hammer time. Put back jam by Lubin.
Great job of Bill Allen Lubin just doing what he does.
Leans in, shot blocked away. Peck has the ball in the win. NC State pulls it out.
Now, to bring you today's game, let's head live to the Lenovo broadcast table and join NC State ACC champion Chucky Brown and the voice of the Wolfpack, Matt Chazanow.
Lights are down. Starting lineups being announced here at the University of Dayton Arena. Starting 5 here for Texas. Point guard is Jordan Pope, a 6'1", 180-pound senior. 13 points and a 38% three-point percentage on average. Tremont Marks, the off guard, a 6'5", 210-pound senior from Dickinson, Texas. 13 points a game as well, about 3 boards a contest. Dalen Swain is a 6'8" wing at 220 pounds. Junior from Columbus, Ohio, transfer from Xavier, came over with Sean Miller. Nearly 18 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, 3 assists. Leads Texas in minutes, points, steals, assists, and rebounds. Camden Heide is the shooting power forward, a 6'7", 215-pound junior. He is a 46%, Chucky, three-point shooter. Wow. He doesn't shoot it often. Yep. But he's deadly accurate. The center is Matas Vokatitis, a 7-footer, 255-pounder, 15 points and about 7 rebounds a game. Starting 5 for NC State. Usual suspects, Quadir Copeland, Trey Holloman, Paul McNeil, Darian Williams, and Van Allen Lubin. Our officials for this one are Marcus Pettigrew, Michael Greenstein, and Nate Harris. Here for this one as Vokatitis in burnt orange and Lubin in white will tip it off. Here for the first 4 and University of Dayton Arena here in the NCAA tournament. We'll get you keys to the ball game here in just a moment as Pettigrew is about to throw the ball up into the air. Sean Miller will wade. The coaching matchup. Ball is up. Lubin wins the tap. And it's NC State first possession. Right half court set. Guarded here by Swain. And a switch as Heidi's on him. Copeland at the right. Flips it up top. Williams now brings it left wing. He backs Swain down. Shimmies into the paint. Righty hook shots up, around, and down on a tin and rattle. It's 2-0 Pack.
And it looked like the Pack looked for that mismatch, and Texas is not going to double team, so that's right up Darian Williams' alley. They need to do that every time if they're not going to double.
Swain has the ball now, top of the arc for Texas. Wears a T-shirt under his jersey. Throws the ball to the right side. There's Tremont Mark with the rock. He flips it up top, Vokatitis. One hands it left now for Swain. Backs up near side of the floor. Lefty pound hunched over with 3 to shoot. Ball is up and it's slapped away by Williams out of bounds. Off of Darian with 1.5 to spare, and they change the call. They change the call and it goes NC State's way as Williams forces a turnover.
Yeah, good job of Williams that time. He was waiting for Swain to pull up, and when he did, he just had quick hands and knocked the ball out of his hand, and Swain hit it on the way down.
Here's Copeland now, walks it over the timeline. Williams, who has 2 points now, slings it to the left to Holloman. Throws it up top. Copeland, who had 28 points against Texas in the first meeting. Touches foul line high Lubin. He drives in on Vokatitis. Rises up. Righty push twice off the left side of the iron. Rebound down to Texas.
Yeah, Texas look like they're going to let the Wolfpack play a little one-on-one, and they're not going to double anybody.
Vokatitis backs Lubin down. He's boxing him down, and the ball gets rolled away out of bounds. That's 2 Texas turnovers as Vokatitis had that ball roll off his shoes.
Yeah, and NC State needs to take advantage of these turnovers and maybe go back to the play that they just went to, where Williams is going to get an opportunity to play one-on-one, and he has a matchup right there that's very favorable.
They do just that. Bring it to Williams, left wing. He drives in on Heidi's cut-off left block. Throws it up top. Copeland slices left elbow. Wraps it. Lane. Lubin turns, flicks off right 10. Rebound Vokatitis.
Yeah, that time Lubin, get a little more contact on Vokatitis, and you get that shot off a little bit better. But get the contact.
Pope's first touches now for Texas, the point guard. Veers left, drifts up top. Slings it left for Mark. Backs up to the top of the arc now and sends it right side Heide. Throws it up top for Mark. Ball over his head. Lob down to Vokatitis. He shoves off on Lubin on the catch. Airballs a righty hook shot taken down by Copeland. Medium speed left to right. Euro step basket. Rises up. Floats it up. That hits the bracket and is pulled down by Texas with a foul against the Pack.
Yeah, that time it was a good job of Copeland getting to the basket. Unlucky in the finish there, but those are plays that the Wolfpack have to finish. They've done a good job on defense in this first 2 minutes of this game, and Texas has had 2 turnovers, but it's only 2-0.
2 turnovers and 1 field goal attempt for Texas early on, 2 minutes in. Jordan Pope walks it over the center line for the Longhorns. Bounces to Heide on the right, who hands it off to Swain. Swerves to the left elbow. Kick left side for Mark. Rise and fire and hits the first Texas basket. That's a 3.
Yeah, Mark that time he got open because the help was a little bit too much inside.
2.5 minutes in, 3-2 Texas. Copeland left of the circle, right half court. Hands it off to Holloman. Between the legs a couple of times. Marks out on him near half court. Holloman drifts to the left. He dumps it deep left wing. It's picked off, anticipated by Swain. Centers it now to Mark, and a foul against Holloman. That's his second, and he will depart the ball game for Matt Abel.
Yeah, that's a good guy coming off the bench, able to help out. But that time, coming off that ball screen, Texas is hedging a little bit strong. Once that hedge leaves, now you got to go back and attack. So I think the ball screen, if the Packers are able to do anything with the ball screen, I think they'll be successful.
Swain to inbound it here for Texas. Matt Abel's in with 2 early Holloman fouls. Clock at 17-17 here in Dayton. Ball is bounced in, jump circle high to Pope. Bounces left wing for Heidi. Hands it off to Mark. Williams all over him, 18 to shoot. Muscles his way to the foul line. Fades back, flicks the lefty jumper off the heel. Last touch by Texas. It's time now for the Carolina Ford dealers' keys to the game. Whatever life throws at you, you got next to the legendary power and performance of a Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport on your team. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Pack Athletics.
Okay, I think the first key for the Wolfpack is come down offensively, take good shots. And the second key would be make Texas play within the half court. So make Texas play half court offense against that Wolfpack half court defense, and the Wolfpack will be fine.
Copeland drives in and is rejected by Vocatitis. He tried to slam it down with the right hand, and Vocatitis walls him up. Last touch by NC State. It's Texas ball.
Yeah, well, when you're going in to dunk on a 7-footer like that, you don't want to expose the ball so fast. You want to go up and then, because he knew what he wanted to do, so he was going after to meet him at the rim. But he may have thought, if he didn't expose the ball so quickly, he might have thought he was going to lay it up, and he could have caught him.
Pope has it at the right. Pump fake. Defense flies by. Spins up the 3 and connects. The second Texas triple. Hits 6-2 Longhorns 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, that was a good pump fake that time by Texas, by Pope, and he was able to knock that shot down.
Top of the arc, here's Copeland now. He drifts down the right lane line, pumps once, defers right wing, Abel, who pats it back up top Copeland. Crosses over on Vocatitis, drives in, pump fake, righty finger roll that hits the iron and drops off. It's 6-2 Texas with the ball.
Yeah, that time Copeland could have just went and laid it up. He was too concerned with Vocatitis coming from behind. Just go ahead and lay it up.
Heidi has it now for Texas right wing, tosses up top for Pope. Leaves it left Vocatitis, handoff now to Swain left arc. Throws Vocatitis short corner. Tap up top Pope. Leaves it right side Heidi. He slings up a 3 and connects. Texas is up 9-2. 4 minutes and 15 seconds in.
Well, they caught NC State in rotations, and they've got those three-point shooters out there, and they're knocking down those threes. But if NC State can stay out of rotations, that'll be better.
McNeil drives in from the right wing. He forces up a 10-footer that clangs off the iron. It's inhaled by Texas. Pope defers to Swain now, who drives into the paint. Shovels to Vocatitis. That's off of his belt line, out of bounds left baseline. 15:21 to play. It's a turnover that goes NC State's way. It's a 9-0 Texas run. Texas 9, NC State 2. This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. We'll take a break. 15:21 first half. Texas 9, NC State 2. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
Team leads the pack. The College of Engineering at NC State University is where next-generation leaders design, build, and launch solutions into the world. Our students don't wait for the future. They create it now with real-world impact, innovative research, and industry partnerships that power change and fuel our economy. We're solving problems that matter here in North Carolina and beyond. Engineering the future. It all starts at NC State.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in Wolfpack Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
Texas leads at 9-2 early here in the University of Dayton Arena. Here it's the site of the first four. 15:21 to play first half. Texas 9, NC State 2. Chucky, your initial impression of this second matchup between the Pack and Longhorns?
Well, I thought the Wolfpack got some good shots, just missed them. I thought the 2 layups by Copeland got right to the basket. Got to finish those plays. Now, on the defensive end, getting in rotations. Can't get in rotation. Texas is a one-on-one team, and they're getting kick, drawing kick type of play. So they're a one-on-one team. Make them play one-on-one. They do have guys that can make the three, but now Texas they've got some assists on made shots right now, and that's not really their game. So NC State try to stay out of rotation. They've done a good job on the pick and roll, keeping sides on sides. They've done a good job of that, but try to stay out of rotations on the perimeter.
Copeland has the ball here for the Pack. Uses a Lubin screen to the right wing and then throws it over his shoulder to Big Fan, top of the arc. Hand off to Abel. Turns the corner, head of steam, dump off Lubin. Tough catch. Shot is up and blocked away by Texas with 14 to shoot under the right basket.
But that's the right play, though. Try to get something going to the basket and going to the basket strong with a strong finish, because Volkatitis is coming, but he's no better than the shot blockers that you've already seen.
Copeland inserts it left wing to McNeil, who starts up the dribble to the top of the arc. Terminates there and defers way on the left out for Copeland. He drives to the straightaway line, leaves it right side. Williams catches, fire, 3 drills. Right side, it's 9-5. Darian has 2 baskets.
Nice find that time by Copeland. And NC State use some ball fakes as well. Some ball fakes, pump fakes, those type of things. Texas is very athletic, and usually athletic guys go for those.
Volkatitis has the ball straight away for Texas. Hands it off to Mark, who collects it. Throws it right wing for Heidi, who hands it off to Pope. Bounce up top, Volkatitis. 2 hands left for Swain. He shimmies straight away. Jumps the pass left post, Volkatitis. Walled up by Copeland, but lays it in.
Yeah, that time Ben Lubin had the hedge, so the ball screen was out so far that he had a long way to get back to try to help Copeland.
Right side of the floor, Williams, hot hand, lets it fly right of the circle. A little short from 3. Rebound Texas.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Williams that time. Just got to knock that one down.
Mark lofts it left for Swain. He slices in. Wild righty runners missed. Volkatitis taps it around. He has a second crack at it, and he's fouled at the right block. Clock at 13:59 in the first. Texas leads it 11-5.
Yeah, Volkatitis is a load down there, so you got to get your contact on him early. And if you're down there, and you got to be screaming 3 seconds to make him think about it, and also the officials think about it, because 3 seconds is a call that's not really called that much in the game today.
Volkatitis heads to the line, a 70% free-throw shooter. He had 27 points against Ole Miss. He is 3rd in the nation in fouls drawn per 40 minutes. If you were to extrapolate his fouls drawn out per 40 minutes, he gets about 8 a game. That's exactly what he did in Maui against the Pack.
Well, he's a big guy, and he's a big physical guy, and he creates a lot of contact. So he's going to get a lot of fouls called on. But you got to do your work early on a guy like that. You got to still be physical with him, but do your work early and watch the contact too, though, and not let him feel you.
Makes the first, misses the second, and it trickles out to Quadir Copeland. 12-5 Texas lead. As Lubin has the ball, top of the arc, 13:49 and ticking. Hands off now to Williams, bullies his way to the iron, spins on Heidi, flips it up and down. Darian has all 7 for NC State. It's 12-7, 13:40 first half.
Yeah, I think if you're the Wolfpack, you see Heidi on Williams, you got to attack that matchup every time until Texas will come and double team, then you'll get what you want.
Pope sends it left for Heidi. Leaves it left side for Simeon Wilcher, who just checked in. A 6'4", 200-pounder. Sends it up top for Pope, who drifts to the far side of the floor. Whips it left for Wilcher now. On the hop to the left. Lofts up top, Bocatitis. Drives, spins, lane. Lefty shot, challenged and missed. And he whacks Van Allen Lubin in the head. No foul.
Yeah, no, they're going to let you play. They're going to let you play. Unless it's something really harsh, they're not going to call it.
Copeland into the foul line area. He bodies Bocatitis, pump fake, lays it in, and kisses it down. It's 12-9, a one-possession game. Texas leads by 3, 8 minutes in.
And anytime you get a ball screen with Bocatitis in, you could get that type of play.
Make it 7 minutes into the game here now as Bocatitis has it short corner right. Skip pass left, deflected by Copeland. Abel scoops it up, hurls it out to Quadir, rises up to the basket, misses the layup. He falls down and Texas has the ball. Left side Heidi shot from 3, blocked by Lubin. It's tapped out to Pope now straight away. Lubin's on him. Jordan Pope brings the ball to the top of the arc. Lubin, great job to preclude a shot. Defers left for Heidi now. Bounce Bocatitis, double team left post. Throws it over his shoulder. Shot is up and blocked, but a foul by Copeland as Swain had it in 2 hands under the basket.
Yeah, that was a good play, a good pass that time by Bocatitis. And Copeland had to foul that time. But going back to that last play, that's a play Copeland got to finish. Now, that's 3 layups that he has not finished, and he's been very consistent. He's got to finish that instead of showing the ball and just go up and finish play. You got size on a guy like that. I think it was Pope that was back there. You got to finish those plays.
Swain hits the free throw. He is an 82% free throw shooter. Scotty Ibube checks into the game to give Van Allen Lubin a breather, and Terrence Arsenault is in as well. He gives Quadir Copeland a break. So it's Abel, McNeil, Arsenault, Williams, and Ibube out there for the pack.
Yeah, for Ibube, this is a good game for Ibube because he's a rough guy. So a lot of the fouls that are called on him during the season, they're fouls that, like that could be let go, but they just call them. But now, in this type of game, they might not call the fouls on him. He'll be able to be physical in this type of game.
Nick Cody is in for Texas down low. Kendall Weaver's on the perimeter in for Texas. He had a big ball game in Maui. As the free throw drops in for Swain. He hits both. He has 2. It's 14-9 Texas. Now it's about 8 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Weaver is the guy that I was trying to remember today. He had a big game on us, and he was sort of a surprise.
Scored 17 points. Not a huge point producer for Texas. Right block, here's Williams. Spins in on Heidi and a foul. As Heidi's trying to armbar Williams, and they call him for it with the clock at 12:01 here in the first.
Yeah, that's a matchup that if I'm NC State, I got to attack that matchup each and every time. And that's what NC State has done so far with Williams.
Williams has 3 of 4 from the field. He has 7 points. It's 14-9 Texas. Right of the basket, McNeil. Flips it up top, Williams just inside the arc. Sends it right, McNeil. Catch, rise, fire, a little heavy. Rebound down to the Longhorns.
Yeah, I like McNeil coming off there, going up instead of coming off pump fake. Come off there and go right up.
Mark has it straight away for Texas. Sends it left for Weaver. Hands it off to Wilcher. One dribble and defers right for Mark. Ibube's on him on a switch. Mark drives to the right, cut off by Scotty. Great footwork. Hand off now to Swain at the far side of the floor. 10 to shoot. Chest pass left, Wilcher. Catches, slices, rises, righty push, rattles down.
Yeah, tough shot that time. Good defense by the Wolfpack. Just better offense by Texas that time.
16-9. Pack down by 7. 11:20 to play till halftime. Williams at the right. He lofts up a deep one. And buries it right side. Williams double figures early. 9 minutes into the game at 16-12 Texas.
And Darian Williams, whenever he starts off like this, is usually good for the Wolfpack. So hopefully it can continue and someone can pick up the score when he needs a break.
Weaver top of the arc. He drifts now inside the paint. Kicks it up top for Mark. Sends up a 3. That one popcorns out. Rebound Texas. That's Weaver. Jumps the pass up top. Wilcher. Hop step paint. Righty teardrop clangs off the iron. Weaver saves it inbounds. Mark has it in 2 hands up top. Slices into the lane. His push is missed. Finally cleared down by McNeil, and it's a jump ball called, and Swain is in there. And Ibube won't let it go. It's Texas's arrow, and it sends us to the under 12. 10:42 to play first half. Texas 16, NC State 12 behind Darian's early 10 points. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
I need a little range, step to the range.
There's a new flavor in town, the Jalapeno Ranch Club at Chick-fil-A. With that juicy Chick-fil-A original spicy or grilled chicken, a buttermilk ranch bun, candied bacon, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's got big ranch vibes with a little heat. Chick-fil-A's new Jalapeno Ranch Club. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Sometimes everything goes your way, and sometimes it doesn't.
Just like on the field or on the court, life and business have ups and downs. I'm Larry Barber, President and CEO of North State Bank, and that's why you need to call us. We'll be with you no matter what comes your way.
North State Bank, the best call you'll ever make. Visit northstatebank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, and home to Wolfpack fans.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of NC State Athletics.
To 12, Texas leads NC State by a couple of buckets here in Dayton, Ohio, as Darian Williams is off to a white-hot start here. He has 10 points, 2 threes. He's 4 of 5 from the field. It's the dream start for Darian Williams at NC State. He's kept him in this ballgame, Chucky.
Yeah, he's kept him in this ballgame, and you know, hey, you sometimes you hate to say this or not used to saying this, but that's what you're paid to do. You know what I'm saying? You're not used to saying that on this level, but you know that's what he came here during the season. That's what these are expectations that were very high on him coming in here, is to keep NC State in games, be an offensive guy, average 20 points a game. You know, those are the expectations of him. And now in March, this is where he's done it before. In March, he's played well before, so the expectations of him are to play well in March again to help the Wolfpack get to another round.
Yeah, he was a key player for the Red Raiders for Texas Tech.
Yes.
All-ACC preseason player of the year. He turns out to be an All-ACC honorable mention player postseason after the year's all said and done. And he has 10 points early on here for NC State with a 16-12 deficit. 5 out here are Abel, Williams, Copeland, Arsenault, and Lubin. And Texas brings Wilcher, Swain, Cody, Mark, and Weaver. The 5 out for the Longhorns. 20 to shoot, 10:42 first half. Wilcher slaps the ball and throws it top of the arc for Mark, who catches it over his shoulder. Triple threat, whips it through, drives left lane on Arsenault, jumps the pass cross court right. Swain catches, rifles, and connects a triple.
Yeah, Texas has been good, successful at hitting the three-point ball, and also they've got like 6 assists now on 6 made baskets, which is not their typical game.
No, it's not. Copeland drives into the lane right side, feeds Lubin at the left post. He catches, lays, and scores. Big Ben with a lefty finish. It's 19-14 Texas.
Yeah, great finish that time. Ben Lubin finished it with the left hand, because if he'd have tried to finish with the right hand, it probably would have been blocked.
Mark has it at the jump circle for the Longhorns. Leaves it off right for Cody. Make it Swain. Hands off now for Cody, who replaces between the rings. Waist-high pound, defers right for Weaver. Accelerates now to the left post. Bounce up top for Mark. Drives to the foul line. Backs up 3 to shoot. Does he see it? Yeah. Flicks it up and hits a three-pointer. Top of the arc for Tremont Mark. Texas is unconscious right now. They are 5 of 7 from 3 and up 22-14.
Yeah, they've been shooting a three-pointer, and that's not really that. They're more of a two-point shooting team.
Copeland at the left. Works in on Swain now. Pump fake. Gets it to go. Throws it up. Continuation. No good, but 2 free throws to come. That's Dalen Swain's first personal.
Yeah, good job of Copeland that time, drawing the contact and now going to the line to be able to get a couple of free throws and hopefully knock these 2 down. But down on the other end, the Wolfpack have to make these three-point shots a little bit tougher for Texas, because that's not really their game.
5 of 7 from 3 for Texas. Here's Quadira, 78% free throw shooter. And he sinks it. All ACC point guard for NC State. Copeland's had a heck of a year.
Yes.
3 points now for Quadir. Leads the ACC in assists. 6th in the ACC in steals.
Yeah, he's had a great great year, and he's been the reason why NC State has got those 20 wins, or one of the reasons.
9:28 first half clock. He does miss the second free throw, and the ball is cleared by Texas. It's 22-15 Longhorns. 9:20 and ticking first half here in Dayton. It's the first round, the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. Heidi up top now, dumps it in the post. Vocatitis whips it far side. Mark catches lefty flick from 3. That one misses halfway down, popped out, rebound Pack. Copeland left to right, 10 line, dishes left for Williams, sends it down low. Arsenault catches underneath Vocatitis. He's underneath the backboard and he's stuck. Forces up a righty push, falls down, no call. Air ball, rebound Texas. Outlet over half court to Pope now, who brings it left wing. Sends it up top for Weaver. Shovels right for Mark. Lofts it high left for Pope now. Bounces left elbow, Vocatitis. Spins in on Williams, who lays it up and drops it down with a left.
Yeah, that time Vocatitis got too close. He's just too big to let him get that close to the basket. He's going to finish it if he gets that close.
24-15 now. Texas leads, largest lead of the game. Copeland right of the circle. 8.5 till halftime. Brings it right wing, sends it up top. Williams refeeds Quadir in the paint, and it's a foul on Heidi. He reaches in with his right hand, pokes the ball away, but he catches Quadir on the right wrist, that right forearm.
Yep.
And it stops the clock at 8:21, and that's Heidi's second.
Yeah, that's a good job. Wolfpack, good job of getting that foul called on Heidi, because that takes him out. That's one of their three-point shooters that's out again. He's made one, but these other guys, you got to keep contact with them and not let them shoot those three-point shooters. Just make them shoot them contested, but make sure you get that rebound as well.
Copeland now left of the basket. 8:21 to play in the first. It's 24-15 Texas. Wild shooting start for the Longhorns, 5 of 8 from 3. And Copeland now at the baseline. Throws it left wing, McNeil catches, he sends it up, and that one's a little short. It pounds down through Vocatitis' hands, but to Weaver for Texas.
Yeah, Paul McNeil came off open that time. I think he was surprised to be that wide open.
Weaver slices, hangs forever, and he is fouled by Lubin. And that's Big Ven's second, and that makes this an interesting substitution pattern for NC State.
Yeah, that's tough right there. He's the one guy that you don't need to get into foul trouble if you're NC State.
And now Moussa Sanye checks into the game for NC State. Lubin against Texas had 23 points and 9 rebounds in Maui. Weaver makes the free throw. He's a 71% free throw shooter, and Big Moussa Sanye has massive minutes here for the Pack.
Yeah, it'll probably have to be Moussa and Scotty finishing the first half for the Wolfpack.
Weaver's second line drive, no good. Rebound down to Matt Abel. And Copeland walks it over the timeline. Sanye sets a screen. Copeland gives it off left for Abel. Nearly lost it. Pats it off the deck with the right fingertips. Drives into the paint. Hangs righty push. Nice. Swishes down.
Nice play by Matt Abel, going directly to the basket and going right at Weaver, who's a very athletic player, but went right at it.
25-17 Texas. 7:43 and ticking. We fly through here in Dayton first half. Swain far side of the floor. Lofts it down to Vocatitis. Volleyballed away by Sanye. Weaver has it, and Sanye's up to the task and swats it away. Pulled down by Williams. Hurls it ahead, right side Copeland. Euro step, jumps the pass left Williams, who pumps, catches, drives in, lays, floats, missed it right. Rebound Texas.
Yeah, that time Williams went in off 1 foot. Try to go in off 2 feet and try to finish that play.
Mark catches in traffic. It's poked and stolen by Abel, who brings it left to right. Abel now terminates the dribble. Floats it up top for Williams. 7:08 and ticking first half. 25-17 Texas. Williams backs the smaller Pope down. Righty pounce, spins, lane, righty, floater, no. Sanye jumps up for the ball, and it's pulled down now by Weaver for Texas.
Yeah, I thought Williams could have took his time a little bit more, but that time also, Moussa Sanye had his man down there who was Vocatitis. Pull him up a little higher and give Williams a little bit more to work.
Vocatitis left wing, flips it left for Mark. Sends it up top, Swain. Reverses right for Pope, 12 to shoot. Toss up top, Vocatitis back to the basket. Not a three-point threat. Finds Weaver's top of the arc, snaps it right now for Mark. 3 seconds on the shot clock. 2 and 1, step back, desperation. He from the right, missed it, rebound Pack.
Good job. Good defense by the Wolfpack that time. Anytime in half-court defense, the Wolfpack have been really solid.
Left wing now, McNeil has been quiet to start. Drives in, works the ball underneath. Mark throws it up and in down the left lane line. And it's 25-19, Pack within 6.
Now that's what Paul McNeil is going to have to do more of, is doing some more work off the dribble, because he shoots the three so well, they're going to take that away from him. So do more work off the dribble.
6 minutes till halftime. Here's Pope now straight away. Leaves it right for Swain. First 4 round here in Dayton. Pack down 6 minutes till halftime. Here's Mark now, top of the arc. Leaves it right for Swain. Leading scorer for Texas. Guarded by McNeil. Whips it left for Mark. Dump left corner Weaver. Drives on the baseline. Hip checked by Copeland. They call a foul at 5:40 until halftime. And it stops the clock there and sends us to a timeout. Texas 25, NC State 19. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Pause 10 for ID. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield. We'll take a break. 5:40 till halftime. Texas 25, NC State 19. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
Wolfpack fans, CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. Get the best defense with the Southeast leader in smart security. With CPI Security's professional installation and state-of-the-art 24/7 monitoring, you can rest assured knowing your home and business are protected. Plus, with our newest service, Night Guard, you can sleep soundly knowing CPI is on guard in the overnight hours. Contact more at cpisecurity.com.
Chaz, what's up, my man?
We got ourselves an Inside NC State Athletics podcast that we need folks to know about.
I heard about that.
It records weekly, put it out midweek. You can download it wherever you get your podcasts from. It's the Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
Kind of our perspective of what we see and what we hear.
Different stories, play some games, play a little bit of trivia maybe.
And I love you send the trivia answers to me before we
You're
play.
not supposed to tell people. Oh. You're not supposed to tell them.
I don't look at them, by the way.
You're just smart. Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
$25-19, Pack down 6 here to Texas. 5:40 to play in the first. Couple of 11 seeds at it here trying to play for the right to take on BYU in Portland, Oregon on Thursday. There are certain games on the schedule where there's more on the line. The team gets fired up to do their very best and then some. That's how the team at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina views the enrollment season that's happening now. This is their championship game. Pick a great plan from North Carolina's most preferred health insurer at BlueCrossNC.com. Go with Blue Cross North Carolina, official health insurance partner of NC State Athletics. Chucky, the Longhorns have 7 assists on their 8 makes right now, which is an incredible rate. Yeah. And they've been sharing the basketball.
They've been sharing the basketball. That's not how they play. They're more of a one-on-one ISO team, but I guess the way NC State has been playing defense, it has forced them to not be able to play their ISO type of ball. But the Longhorns have done a good job of sharing the ball and forcing NC State into rotations.
Pack's forced 5 Texas turnovers already, too. They haven't really taken advantage of it, though.
And early, there was some missed layups because of after the Texas turnover. So when you force them to turn that ball over, you got to make them pay, especially this time of year.
Wilcher lobs it into Heidi, sends it down low. Vokatitis' shot is swatted away by Copeland, who brings the ball back, returns the favor from Vokatitis earlier. Copeland drives in, Euro step, hangs, floats, and scores. Block and a bucket, 94 feet of work from Quadir Copeland.
Yeah, great job. That time, Vokatitis exposed the ball too quick, because Quadir Copeland jumped early, and when he exposed the ball, he just blocked the shot.
5:18 till halftime. 25-21 Texas. Swain up top now, guarded by Copeland. Brings it right elbow and dishes right side Wilcher. Dribbles top of the arc, feeds it in the paint. Vokatitis. He catches with Sanye behind him, and he's fouled.
Yeah, somebody's got to scream 3 seconds. He never left the lane. He was in there. If you go back and look, well, we can't go back and look. We're on the radio. But anyway, he was in the lane probably about 5 or 6 seconds. He never left the lane. So as a player, when you got a big guy like that in the lane, you got to scream out 3 seconds to bring the attention to it.
Wade just said to Pettigrew, he's sitting in the lane the whole possession.
Yes.
He never moves.
Yes, he never moved, not one time. So you got to alert the officials. So they start looking for that because the officials take that as like a game-stopping play. They don't really want to call the 3 seconds. They don't want to call those type of plays, but if it's going on, you got to call it.
He's talking to Marcus Pettigrew about it now. He got him to laugh, actually. Got him to chuckle about it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The guy just sitting in the lane.
Vokatitis missed the first, made the second. And so Mattis Vokatitis has 6 points with Williams, Abel, Sanye, McNeil, and Arsenault, the 5 out here for the Pack. And Williams will run point forward as he brings the ball left to right. 5 minutes till intermission. 26-21 Texas. Throws the ball up top. Sanye, who hands it off for Abel. Thought about a 3. Nice. Drives in on Wilcher. Lefty push, just slithered around him too heavy.
Yeah, nice play.
Down to Texas.
Nice play by Matt Abel getting to the basket, though. Really nice play.
Weaver pierces the defense, drifts out to the right, hand off to Swain. He slices down the left side of the paint. He's bumped and fouled, and he'll take 2. And that's on Terrence Arsenault at 4:42 till halftime.
Yeah, Texas is driving the Wolfpack, and they're in the bonus. So the Wolfpack have to do the same and match that physicality and get to the basket. Like Matt Abel just got to the basket, great move. But these layups, the Wolfpack have to finish. But they're getting great shots.
Swain's free throw is good. First of 2, 82% free throw shooter. He has 6. He had 14 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds in Maui.
Yeah, he had a nice solid game. I remember that.
And the second one is good. Regarded as Texas's top pro prospect. And he has 7 points. So it's 28-21. Pack down 7. Here's Williams with the ball. 4.5 till halftime. Finds Sanye up top, hands it off to Abel. He goes to work again. He shimmies down the right side of the lane, feeds Arsenault, taps it left for Williams, drives in underneath Swain, who lays it up and down, and Darian Williams has a dozen.
Yeah, good job of Darian Williams not settling for the 3, getting to the basket. Someone else is going to have to step up and help him with the scoring.
He's played great. Weaver now up top, snaps it right for Poe. 4:13 and ticking. 28-23 Texas. Pope at the right, drives underneath Abel. Centers it to Weaver, rises up, and he is challenged by Sanye and a foul on Big Musa. At 4:06 till halftime.
Yeah, Weaver is a slasher. So on any drives, you got to be aware of him slashing to the basket, and that's what he did last time to get himself to the free throw line. So be aware of Weaver. Not really known as a jump shooter. He hit some 3s on us out in Maui.
Yeah,
if I remember.
He's hit
correctly.
10 all year.
Yeah, and
so he hit a few
most
against
of them against us,
probably.
But he's a guy. He's a slasher. So anytime there's a drive to the basket, beware of him slashing, trying and looking for the ball.
Made the first free throw. Pulse of the Pack TV show has the inside scoop on all things NC State athletics. Join our Pack Sports Network hosts as they share the latest news. Take you behind the scenes of Wolfpack Athletics. Tune in on FanDuel Sports Network or check your local listing for more details. Here's Weaver's second. That one's good. So he has 3 points. And it's Williams with the ball and a 30-23 Texas lead. Pack down by 7. Williams bounces up top for Sanye. Throws it right for Holloman now. Funnels it right post. Williams back to the basket. Swain's on his left hip. Lefty dribble. Williams fades, fires. That's off right, air ball. And you see him wiping some perspiration off his hand as he airballs that one out of bounds. And it sends us to the under 4. 3:46 till halftime. Texas 30, NC State 23. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Looking to upgrade your home? Trust the name more homeowners choose. Window World of Raleigh and Fayetteville. We're a national brand with local ownership, proudly serving the Triangle and Fayetteville areas. We offer energy-efficient windows, siding, entry doors, garage doors, and roofing, all with professional installation and industry-leading warranties. Get your free estimate today at windowworldofraleigh.com. Financing options are available. Window World of Raleigh, a proud sponsor of NC State Athletics.
Liberty Senior Living Communities offer vibrant lifestyles in some of North Carolina's most sought-after locations. The amenities of fine resorts and the incomparable comforts of home. All Liberty Senior Living Communities are designed for active seniors and feature whole-person wellness, distinctive dining, life enrichment, and top-class amenities and services. Visit your local Liberty Senior Living Community, the Templeton of Cary or Hayes Barton Place today, and come home to the retirement you deserve. Exceptional senior living here, there, and everywhere you want to be.
Game here in the first four. It's the University of Dayton Arena, the site for it. Capacity crowd here of north of 13,000 for this NC State-Texas matchup. And the Longhorns lead at 30-23 right now. Lenovo, a global technology solutions company, called NC home for 2 decades, is proud to support the community and the NC State Wolfpack. Lenovo, smarter technology for all. Visit us at Lenovo.com. Chucky, this is an early rebounding deficit that's hard to overcome. It's minus 12 in the first half. The Pack needs to figure out how to get on the glass.
Yeah, got to figure out how to get on the glass. Offensively, get a couple of extra shots on offensive rebounds, but definitely take care of that defensive glass. And I see Ben Alalubin is coming back in, so he's going to have to be careful with 2 fouls. Don't need him picking up a third. Out there, but yeah, the Wolfpack definitely got to clean up this board work.
Free throw disparity is big too. Texas has 12 attempts, NC State with just 2.
Yeah. Well, Texas is attacking the basket a little harder, and NC State when they are attacking the ball, not going up strong at the end of the basket, going off 2 feet might give you an opportunity to draw a foul on that end of NC State.
3:40 till halftime. It's 30-23 Texas. Cody has it up top now, and he sends it up top, replaced by Pope. Throws it back to Cody under the rim. Deep catch. His back's to the basket. Shots up, deflected away by Holloman. Lost the ball off his foot, out of bounds off Texas. Yeah, NC State ball.
Good scrappy defense by the Wolfpack that time because Cody was open off the slip off the ball screen.
A chance to capitalize on a turnover here.
Yes.
Down by 7, 3:20 to play. Williams between the rings, sends it left for Holloman. He's guarded by Weaver tightly. Lubin sets a screen. Holloman righty pound up top. Now he penetrates the defense and he's fouled.
Yep.
He got hacked in the lane by Swain, and that's Swain's second.
Yep. If you're the Wolfpack, you got to get some fouls here. Get in the bonus. Texas is in the bonus. So if you're the Wolfpack, you got to get in the bonus. Texas has 14 fouls? I
think that was their 5th.
5th or 5 team fouls. You got to get to the basket.
No, I'm wrong. You're right. That was their 4th.
Okay. They got to get either way. They got to get to the basket.
Yeah. Inbound now to Williams at the right wing. He's banging down on Swain. Drives basket. Shot is up, blocked away by Swain off Darian. And it goes Texas's way at 3:03 to play.
Yeah, he blocked that from behind. So Darian has to get that contact. When you get by him, use some ball fakes, use some pump fakes. An athletic guy will always go for that because athletic guys always want to show that they want to show their athleticism.
Here's Pope now, sends it left for Mark. Snaps it up top for Swain. Leaves it right side Weaver. 2 hands top of the key for Tremont Mark. The lefty dominant hand shimmies to the foul line. Rise and fire, air ball. Vocatitis smacks it off of the chest, the face of Matt Abel, and it stays with Texas with 11 to shoot, left basket.
Yeah, that was good initial defense by the Wolfpack. Just unfortunate getting that loose ball. Got to get those loose balls. Got to take advantage of these Texas turnovers like that last series that the Wolfpack had last possession. The Wolfpack wasn't able to take advantage of that Texas turnover.
2:44 to play. That may have bloodied Matt Abel's nose. Vocatitis rifled the ball off of Abel's nose, and he's going to take a moment to get toweled off. We'll give him a second to collect himself, and he'll stay in the game. Yeah, he's got some blood coming down that left nostril.
Yeah.
With 2:44 to play. And yeah, they're going to have to pull him out. The moment he walked back in the game, some more blood started coming out, and they've got to pull him out of the game. And now Copeland comes in, and they're going to have to gauze the nose up.
Yeah.
Which puts Quadir in with 2 fouls. And that's a huge part of the ball game if Quadir picks up a third.
Yeah, well, hopefully he doesn't pick up that third. I might have threw Arsenal in there. But, Coach does his thing, but I might throw Arsenal in there knowing that Q had 2 fouls.
Weaver takes the inbound now at the left. 5 to shoot. Throws it up top at 3 for Pope. At 1. Does he see it? No, he does not. Does he get it off? They say he did on the leaning 3 and missed it. Rebound down to the pack. That may not have passed review, but it goes NC State's way. Left corner, it's McNeil. Pump, 1 dribble, steps in. Baseline jumpers hoisted and too strong. Rebound foul against Vocatitis, I do believe. He did collect the ball, but he also has a foul.
Yeah, he was holding Lubin. Lubin was going for that rebound, and that was probably scary for the Wolfpack there, thinking that Lubin might get his third, but Vocatitis was holding him as he went for that rebound.
2:20 to play till halftime. Copeland and Lubin out there, each with 2 fouls. Holloman as well. Copeland lofts it, foul line for Williams. He catches, shot is up, and a block. And that should be Heidi's third.
Yep. That's 3 on Heidi.
Camden Heidi's third foul. Yeah, the former Purdue Boilermaker. Very experienced player. This is his 107th career game. Very efficient player at 2:19 on the clock, and Williams goes to the line.
This is an opportunity for the Wolfpack. This is the opportunity for the Wolfpack to take advantage and get some points out of these miscues by Texas.
Williams hits the first. 77% free throw shooter. He has 13 first half points. Scored 25 against SMU. That was his ACC high. One of the top 3-point marksmen in the ACC at 40%. Not a lot of 40% three-point.
No, he can shoot it when he gets it going. Once he sees those first couple go in, he's usually pretty unconscious. I don't think he's come out of the first half. I don't think he's come out.
I don't think he's gonna, Chucky. He's got
it's do or die time now.
Let it ride, baby.
Let it ride.
30 to 25. NC State down by 5. Here's Pope now left half court. Tosses up top to Swain. Terminates the dribble and then sends it left for Weaver. He slices underneath the defense, kick left wing for Mark. Traces the arc up top and touches to the right. Here's Swain, 7 on the ticker. Pull up 3 straight away, flicks the wrist off the rim, rebound Pack. Under 2 to play. Williams with the ball, down 5. Kicks it right, McNeil. He throws it back up top for Williams. Dumps it foul line for Lubin, faces up, dribbles it through Vocatitis and draws a foul at the right post.
Yeah, great move by Lubin. Again, drawing the contact. When you got a big guy like that, draw contact, get right in his chest, and that's what Lubin did that time and got Vocatitis to get that second foul.
Vocatitis has 2, Swain has 2, and Heidi has 3. Those are 3 of the Texas starters in some trouble here.
Yeah, that could come into play later in the game, and not right now. Wolfpack getting to the line, chopped into that lead. Now you get an opportunity to cut that lead to 3 points.
74% free throw shooter is Lubin, and he makes it. He has 3. Then had a great game against Texas, 23 points and 9 boards with 14 field goal attempts in Maui.
Yeah. He's been solid all year. You know what you're going to get with him. Now you're coming down minute 40, and now if you're Coach Wade, you just took a Q out and you put Arsenault in with a minute 40. Now you gotta be concerned. Lubin has 2 fouls. You don't want him to get that third. Well, Vocatitis is not in. That's the guy that probably could get the third on Lubin.
Lubin hits both. 3-point game here in Dayton, 30 to 27. Texas, 90 seconds till halftime. Pope has it up top now for the Longhorns. Drifts left, step back, flicks the wrist 3. That one's off the iron. Pack can tie with a 3. Has inhaled the rebound as McNeil.
Yeah, good job again. Wolfpack playing half-court defense. Pope took a tough 3-point shot.
Williams making Holloman at the right, finds Lubin. Sends it right elbow, McNeil. Back feeds up top, Williams catches, drives, pumps the brakes, spins around, centers to Lubin, turns, banks it in. 1 point game. Van Allen Lubin makes it 30-29.
And without Volkatitis in the game, you can attack the rim a little harder if you're NC State, and that's exactly what they did.
6-0 run, timeout, Texas. 52 seconds till halftime.
Great job, Wolfpack, attacking the rim. Now, Volkatitis is not in there. He's a big space eater, and he can block shots and alter shots, and now he's not in the game. So the Wolfpack attack the rim right now.
52 seconds till halftime. We'll stay right here. It's a full timeout with 21 to shoot. Chucky, it's a 1 point game. Texas is on a scoring drought of 3-14. They're 1 for their last 10.
Yeah, well, they started off with such hot shooting. If that was going to continue, the Wolfpack were going to have a long night. So the Wolfpack made a couple of defensive adjustments, stopped giving up the easy three-point shot, make Texas play in the half court where your defense excels, and the NC State Wolfpack also have been on the glass. If you're not able to get the rebound, slap it out. Maybe one of your guys can get the rebound, but the Wolfpack have done a better job, and that's what's crept them in the ball game. Also attacking the rim, getting to the free throw line.
NC State has an 18-6 points in the paint advantage.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Attack that paint. Throughout the season, some people live and die by the three, but at the end of the day, at the end of the ball games, they always look at them points in the paint. If you're winning the points in the paint, more than likely you're going to win that ball game.
You've spoken like an all-ACC power forward, if I've ever heard one before.
Hey, I love the points in the paint. That's why I spent my time in the paint. I wasn't a jump shooter.
One of the all-time field goal percentage leaders in NC State history.
Yes, sir.
18-6 points in the paint advantage. Rebounding is evened up. Not really, actually. It's still 24-15. It's still Texas by 9. Better, but that's a low bar.
Still,
better, not great.
Better, not great.
7 offensive boards for Texas is way too many.
That's way too many. So if you're the Wolfpack, your guards got to come in and help rebound because they're crashing. Volkatitis is a big guy. They're not calling 3 seconds. You got to find a way to get the officials alerted to the 3 seconds because he is parking in the lane.
Volkatitis has 6 points, 5 rebounds, and now 2 fouls.
Yeah. That's the one thing about him, though. He will get in foul trouble if you can attack him the right way. But if you just let him stand around and roam the paint area on defense, it's hard to draw fouls on. So you got to kind of go at him and also put him in some pick and rolls.
Texas has missed their last 5 threes. They were 5 of 7. They're now 5 of 12.
Yeah, well NC State, they've been contested threes. That last one that Pope took was coming to the end of the shot clock, and he had to take pretty much a running one-legged three-point shot.
Right.
So NC State has done a better job of contesting those three-point shots.
So the 5 out here for the Pack are Arsenault, Sagne, McNeil, Holloman, and Williams. 52.0 seconds left first half in a ball game that was super tight out in Maui. As Arsenault will defend Mark inbounding it. 2 former Houston Cougar teammates. Mark inbounds it up top for Pope. Throws it up top now for Swain, who replaces, breaks Williams down on the dribble, throws it down to Cody, jumps for the catch underneath the backboard. Sagne's right there, 2 hands straight up. Cody righty hook shot is missed. Sagne has the rebound, and Cody puts 2 hands on the ball, and it goes NC State's way. 36.9 seconds left.
Yeah, good job of Musa Sagne going to get that ball because that ball bounced. And someone had to go get it, and Musa Sagne did a great job of going to get it.
Offense-defense substitution. Copeland and Lubin come in. And Arsenault and Sagne check out.
Yeah, I like that substitution, getting Lubin in there on the offensive end because he's more of a threat than Sagne, and you can trust him more so on the offensive end.
36.9 seconds. Inbound now to Copeland. And he drifts over the timeline left to right. Uses a Williams screen. 2 hands it soccer style. Inbound pass to Lubin. Hands it off now to Williams, 18 to shoot. Marks on him. Throws it to McNeil left of the circle. He rises and fires, and that ball airs down out of bounds with 17 seconds left. And it is called... It's called NC State's ball at 10 seconds to shoot.
Yeah, grab that ball and throw it in. Grab the ball. I don't know why the officials hold the ball.
Yeah, Michael Greenstein has the ball, and he's walking towards Sean Miller.
Why? Give the ball. It's not their ball. You call the NC State ball. Give up the ball. If you're going to do the challenge, you do it. What are we waiting on?
Greenstein walks back to the baseline. 10 seconds to shoot here, 17 seconds in the half. Williams lofts it up top for Copeland, who catches just inside the arc. Straight away at 6. Now 5. Dribbles, spins, rises, cup, lefty layup is off of Texas, out of bounds. Last touch by Copeland on his seat at 7.2. It's Texas ball.
Yeah, Copeland got to go up and just finish the play. It's too much English. We'll call it English on the end of it. You know, it looks nice, but it's not going in. So just go up and finish the play, because he's been a pretty consistent guy. Go finish that layup. Just go finish, because no one was there to block the shot. Texas does not have a rim protector in the game that I see.
He's trying to kind of finger roll it in.
Yeah, just go ahead and put it in.
Weaver inbounds it to Swain. 5 seconds left. He speeds far side of the floor at 3. Inside the arc. Hop step to the basket. Shows it up. It's an air ball, and Sagne pulls it down. And we go to halftime with a 1-point ball game. Texas 30, NC State 29.
Yeah, very good half. Very exciting half. And both teams playing with great intensity.
We'll take a break. Mike Moat has the halftime show. Pack down just 1 on a 6-0 run into the break. It's 30-29. Texas leads. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Shh, here it comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Chaz, what's up, my man?
We got ourselves an Inside NC State Athletics podcast that we need folks to know about.
I heard about that.
It records weekly, put it out midweek. You can download it wherever you get your podcasts from. It's the Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
Kind of our perspective of what we see and what we hear.
Different stories, play some games, play a little bit of trivia maybe.
And I love you send the trivia answers to me before we
You're
play.
You're not supposed to tell people.
Oh.
You're not supposed to
I don't look at them, by the way.
You're just smart. Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Minutes are in the books. It's time now for the Wolfpack Halftime Report. Scores from around the country, stats, and halftime keys are right around the corner. Now, let's send it back to the Learfield Network studios. Here's Mike Moat.
Right half-court set, guarded here by Swain, and a switch as Heidi's on him. Copeland at the right. Flips it up top. Williams now brings it left wing. He backs Swain down. Shimmies into the paint. Righty hook shots up, around, and down on a tin and rattle. It's 2-0 Pack. Copeland inserts it left wing to McNeil, who starts up the dribble to the top of the arc. Terminates there and defers way on the left out for Copeland. He drives to the straightaway line, leaves it right side. Williams catches, fire, 3 drills. Right side, it's 9-5. Darian has 2 baskets.
Nice find that time by Copeland.
Pack down by 7, 11:20 to play till halftime. Williams at the right. He lofts up a deep one and buries it right side. Williams double figures early. Left wing now McNeil, who's been quiet to start. Drives in, works the ball underneath. Mark throws it up and in down the left lane line. And it's 25-19, Pack within 6. Pack down 7. Here's Williams with the ball. 4.5 till halftime. Finds Sagne up top, hands it off to Abel. He goes to work again. He shimmies down the right side of the lane. Feeds Arsenault, taps it left for Williams. Drives in underneath Swain, who lays it up and down. And Darian Williams has a dozen.
Those are your ultimate first half highlights presented to you by your local Triangle BMW dealers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience. BMW only makes one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Well, you got to consider that the Pack is in good shape after that first half, not shooting it terribly well, especially from three-point range, 2 out of 6 from deep in the first half. They did the job in the paint, made 9 of their 11 baskets in the paint, and they've got the edge in points in the paint, and they trail by just 1 at 30-29. And we haven't gotten Quadir going. We haven't gotten Paul McNeil Jr. in the mix yet. He's got a basket, but no threes. So all of that considered, the Pack's in pretty good shape right here as we go into the second half. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll update you on a busy basketball Tuesday night and also update you on the World Baseball Classic. All of that to come as we continue here as the NCAA First Four is at halftime and State trails by just a point at 30-29. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
When it comes to engineering, in North Carolina, one name leads the pack. The College of Engineering at NC State University is where next-generation leaders design, build, and launch solutions into the world. Our students don't wait for the future, they create it now with real-world impact, innovative research, and industry partnerships that power change and fuel our economy. We're solving problems that matter here in North Carolina and beyond. Engineering the future. It all starts at NC State.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in Wolfpack Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
This is Tommy Burleson, NC State 1974. I'm listening to Wolfpack Basketball.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of NC State Athletics.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of exceptional lease offers today.
Down by just 1 here at the break, 30-29. Mike Moat back inside our network studios as we continue with our halftime coverage for you. Caterpillar and NC State happy to sponsor and happy to recognize student athletes for their excellence both on and off the field. And this week, we're proud to feature one of the guys playing tonight in our game, Matt Abel, a freshman on the men's basketball team. He's studying business management. He comes to us from Baltimore, Maryland, and he has been a fantastic addition to this team, both on and off the court. We salute Matt and all of the other state scholar athletes for their hard work and dedication to excellence. We've got several games going on. They have reached the 9th inning in the World Baseball Classic, and it is Venezuela leading the USA. That is now 2-0 as they are about to start the 9th inning down in Miami. Of course, the winner wins this year's World Baseball Classic. Let's update you on the other game from the first 4 tonight. Howard wins their first ever NCAA tournament game, but they had to hold on for dear life as UMBC made a great comeback. They erased a 12-point deficit in the second half, got back in the game and had a 3 at the end to try to win it, but came up just a bit short. So Howard holds on for an 86-83 win against the Retrievers of UMBC, and so they will advance to take on Michigan on Thursday. Around 7:10 is when that game is scheduled to get started. Of course, Michigan, the 1 seed in their region. So let's look at some other games going on tomorrow. Of course, it'll be Miami of Ohio and SMU. That'll be preceded by the first game of the night at 6:40 between Prairie View A&M and Lehigh. We've got some games going on right now in the NIT. Stephen F. Austin leads Tulsa in the second half of that one, about 10 minutes to go, 57-49. Also, we've got one other game to tell you about, St. Thomas and Seattle. It is now 23-22. St. Thomas leads, and they've got an in-state battle going on between Auburn and South Alabama. The Jags lead that one 18-16. That's midway in the first half. Finals from earlier today saw Liberty get by George Mason 77-71. UNC Wilmington, a 1-point winner over Yale 68-67. Wichita State slides by Wyoming 74-70, and it was Davidson taking down, or losing to Oklahoma State, rather. That final was 82-78. Stephen F. Austin and Tulsa, I gave you. Still to come tonight, one other game in the NIT that hasn't started yet, and that's UNLV taking on UC Irvine. Wolfpack baseball, a big win for them over UNC Wilmington on this evening as they run-ruled the Seahawks. That score 14-2. That was a 7-inning affair, so you're caught up to date on that. We've got stats from the first half coming up, and we'll also get you set for second half action. Wolfpack trails by 1, 30-29. This is the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
Wolfpack fans, CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. Get the best defense with the Southeast leader in smart security. With CPI Security's professional installation and state-of-the-art 24/7 monitoring, you can rest assured knowing your home and business are protected. Plus, with our newest service, Night Guard, you can sleep soundly knowing CPI is on guard in the overnight hours. Contact us today to learn more at cpisecurity.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
This is NC State basketball from Learfield.
NC State's going to win this. Nothing feels as good as a win, but a few things are more important. I'm Larry Barber, President and CEO of North State Bank. We believe everyone should be treated with dignity and respect, on and off the field or the court, in life and in business. Get better together and win together.
If that sounds like the bank for you, visit northstatebank.com. North State Bank, the best call you'll ever make. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Proud supporters of the Wolfpack.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. And it's bow time.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcast rights granted by NC State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of NC State University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by NC State University.
Well, we've had ourselves an entertaining first half as we get set for second half action. The Wolfpack trails by just one, a low-scoring game. Not too sure who that favors, but we'll have to wait and see as this half unfolds. 30-29 is your halftime score. Texas finished the first half without a point for the final 4:06 of the half. They were 8 out of 28 from the field. 5 of those 8 makes, though, were from three-point range, and they're not the best three-point shooting team in the country. They're about middle to lower end of the SEC in that category, but they made some big ones, and that's one of the reasons why they lead by 1. The Pack made 11 of 31 from the field, but only made 2 of their 6 three-point tries. One of the reasons for that, though, they were getting to the basket. They just started to attack the rim. I know Chucky Brown was happy to see that. Texas got to the line several times, 12 times, and they knocked down 9 of those 12 attempts. The Pack was 5 out of 6. Only 1 turnover for State in that first half, so they did a good job of taking care of the basketball. They forced 5 giveaways by Texas. The rebounding war won of the big stories in that first half. It's a 7-point differential at 25-18, but it was much worse than that before the end of that first half because it seemed like the Pack started to get some rebounds and eliminated those second and third chance opportunities that Texas was getting in the first half. The Pack also made it closer at the end of the half, as I said, with the rebounding. 7 offensive rebounds for Texas. Got to cut down on that. 3 offensive rebounds for State. 6 second-chance points for Texas, so it could have been worse. The Pack owns an 18-6 advantage in points in the paint, so they did a good job there. They blocked 4 shots. They had 3 steals and handed out 4 assists on their 11 made baskets. Texas had 7 of their 8 made field goals. They had 7 assists on those. The Longhorns did. Leading scorer for the game is Darian Williams. He has 14 to lead all scorers. Van Allen Leuven has 6. Quadir Copeland has 5. Paul McNeil Jr. with a hoop. So did Matt Abel. He had a basket. That's got to change, one would think, if the Pack's going to win this game and move on to what would be a Thursday night matchup at 7:25 officially for the start time. If the Wolfpack makes it there, they'll get on a red eye and head out to Portland, Oregon, and our broadcast will begin at 6:30. And can I just say I'm looking forward to that broadcast on Thursday because I hope we can make that happen. We've got 20 minutes to see if that can happen. Chucky Brown and Matt Chazanow set to give you the second half of this matchup here. Chucky joins me from courtside at the Lenovo broadcast table. And out of all of that, Chucky, it seemed like there were a little nerves in that first half for State and really for Texas as well. But State settled down, and I think one of the things I like about what they were doing is they were getting to the basket. They were not forcing the issue from 3. I thought Texas did a pretty good job of taking away Paul McNeil Jr. So he's got to do a little better job of getting to the rack and being more assertive. I think that's something that the Pack needs to do also in this second half is when you get into the basket, finish at the basket. You said it during our first half. That's something that they've got to do if they're going to win this game tonight.
Yeah, NC State 18 points in the paint. And just think about the missed opportunities, the layups that NC State has missed. Now, as far as Paul McNeil, he needs to probably come off. They're playing him so hard for the three-point shot. Ball fake, pump fake. He can get, a two-point shot, but he's going to have to do some more work off the bounce because they're not going to they know what he's capable of from three-point land. But, the Wolfpack have been playing tough. Really good in the half court defensively, and like you said, they settled down, making Texas play in the half court and making them run some half court offense is going to be very disruptive to the Texas offense because that's not what they used to doing. They used to going one-on-one, searching for the matchup, and going one-on-one. If NC State makes them play half court and have to move and do some things and stay out of rotations because Texas got the three-point shots, because NC State got into rotation. So if they can stay out of defense rotations, I think NC State looks good, pretty good to move on to the next round.
There's not a single fast break point in this game.
Wow. that tells you the importance of the game right there.
Why does that happen in March often, Chucky? What is it about March Madness that seems to slow down some fast teams? It seems to be harder to get out and run than it is in the regular season.
I think the fact that teams they tend to take better shots and try to take care of the ball more. Like the risky passes and the risky plays that you take during the regular season. You don't take those in the postseason. So you'll take them chances and gamble a little bit. But when it's do or die time, and you may not, your season could be over. You tend not to take those gambles as much. You play a little more conservative. I think teams play a little more conservative. If it's not a sure play, they don't do it.
Williams has 14 first half points. He's made almost half of NC State's shots.
Yep.
He's made 5 of the 11 field goals for the Pack. Texas is led by Volkatitis and Tremont Mark. Each have 6 points. Dalen Swain with 7. Those are the 3 leading scorers for the Longhorns. Swain 7 points, 3 assists, and 2 boards and a steal. And NC State's done a great job defensively. Now, last time these two got together in Maui, Pack scored 60 in the second half. Which is incredible.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's going to happen here tonight. If it does, NC State's probably going to win. They scored 60 in the second half and lost in Maui, but the defense has been so much better here tonight than it was out on the islands.
Yeah, it's been so much better, and NC State has tended to be more of a second half team throughout the season. I don't know, Texas's tendencies as far as when they were in conference, as far as whether they were first half, second half. But I know I've seen NC State every night, and they tended to be a better second half team than a first half team. So hopefully this holds true to form. If this holds true to form, then with a 1-point deficit, NC State could hopefully move on.
What do you make of the Pack only attempting 5 threes?
I think that not settling. You're not settling. A lot of times when you saw those high volume 3-point games, sometimes it was settling for threes and wanting to get them up. But now I think not settling and taking good threes. I haven't seen not one bad 3-point attempt taken.
Yeah, 2 of 5 from the 3-point line. Darian's hit both. Texas started out 5 of 7.
Yeah, and that's not their game. That's not their game.
Unsustainable clip.
Yep.
Especially for a team that likes to get to the basket.
Right.
So it is 30-29 at the midway break. Texas has the ball to start the second half. It is 1-point second half March Madness basketball.
Yes, and it is quality, high intensity. This is high-level basketball right here.
Pope will inbound it here for Texas. Here we go, buckle up. Second half, 1-point game here from Dayton. First 4 in the NCAA tournament. Texas has it up top at Swain. Nearly lost it at the right wing, deep side. It's picked up by Mark off the deck. Sends it straight away for Heidi, who hands it off to Pope left of the circle. Bounces up top, Volkatitis. Traces the arc right, hands it off to Mark. Lofts it, Volkatitis in the lane. Power dribble, lefty layup, banks it in.
Yeah, that time they used Volkatitis on the screen, and he slipped the screen, and they're looking for him right on that roll because Lubin is hedging out so much, and it's a longer run for Lubin to get back. And when he's matched, and Volkatitis is going to be matched up on a guard on that roll.
8 points for the big fella for Texas. Copeland drives in the lane, has Swain on his right hip, banks it in with a lean. It's a 1-point game, 32-31 Texas.
Nice, slow, deliberate move that time by Quadir Copeland, and a great finish.
7 points now for Quadir. Right wing, Swain throws it right corner for Mark. Lofts it back high right, Swain whips it left, Heidi. Touches left post, Volkatitis, he's doubled. 2 hands to pass up top, Heidi. Leaves it right, Swain steps into a triple, pounds off the iron. Rebound down right corner, last touched by. Oh, it's a no call. It's a jump ball called because Nate Harris wasn't sure who touched it, and it goes NC State's way.
Yeah, if you can't see it, then you can't just make something up. So you have to go to the jump ball, and that's a good job of officiating. I don't like them holding the ball to see if Sean Miller wants to challenge. Just give us the ball.
He does want to challenge.
Well,
Sean Miller's throwing the finger in the air, and he wants to challenge it 1:05 into the half. He's saying, I want to use my challenge in a 32-31 game. So this is our first NCAA tournament challenge. I don't think Howard and UMBC, I didn't watch the whole game.
Right.
I don't think they had a challenge in that game. So this is the first ever March Madness challenge.
Good point. Good point. I just didn't like him holding the ball. Make him call the timeout and then call the challenge. You holding the ball and then you allow them time to call the challenge.
We've yet to show a review on the monitor. With 18:55 to play in the ball game, it is a challenge from Texas. Coach's challenge from Sean Miller. Now, if he gets it wrong, he's out of challenges. If he gets it right, he gets one more this half.
But he's out of challenge, but he loses a timeout.
All right, we'll take a break as they take a look at it. 18:55 to play here in the ball game. We'll take a break. It's Texas 32, NC State 31. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we believe that getting to know you is the best way to protect what you love most. We have friendly agents in every county to help you prepare for the unexpected. And when life doesn't go as planned, our award-winning claims team will be with you every step of the way. Find a local agent today at ncfbins.com. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
Because I wanted to advance my career.
Because I want my kids to be proud.
Because I wanted to learn more.
Because I want to be a better teacher.
Your goals, your drive, your because. Whatever pushes you forward, career growth, family, a new challenge. NC State Online is built for it. With over 120 flexible programs taught by NC State's world-class instructors, your future starts here. Explore our programs and connect with program experts by visiting go.ncsu.edu/NC State Online.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
So back here in University of Dayton Arena, it stays with NC State because they called a jump ball. It was last touched by Texas.
Right.
However, reading Nate Harris's lips, the challenge was of the jump ball call because they never made a call.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So yeah, they got the challenge right because they challenged the jump ball, but it goes with NC State. Texas challenged the jump ball. That was off of Texas. They don't lose the challenge, but it's still NC State's ball. Very strange.
Yeah, that is a weird. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Quirky. All right, inbound here to Quadir Copeland now at the left wing. He uses a McNeil screen to the right. Two hands it left for Paul, whose left foot's the pivot. At the left arc, and now he throws it to the jump circle. Copeland has the rock. Back behind the back with a dribble a couple of times. Sends a fastball right. Holloman catches, fires three, too strong. Rebound down to Texas.
Yeah, good shot that time by Holloman and a good screen by Lubin to get him a nice wide open look.
Pope dribbles up top and he centers it now to Vokatitis. It's deflected back out to him and he dives for the ball to the left wing. He touches it to Swain. Throws it up top. Pope drives into the lane. Shot blocked away by the pack. Holloman has it now. On the break, half court, finds McNeil. Catch, fire, three, bullseye, left wing. Peck has a 34-32 lead. 2 minutes since halftime.
And that's how you can get Paul McNeil Jr. open. It's in transition as well. So Wolfpack get a rebound, go in transition, and be able to look for McNeil for a three.
5 points for McNeil. Vokatitis drives in the lane. His lefty pushes, missed. Rebound cleared by the Pack. Lubin has the ball. Outlet half court now for Holloman. He drifts top of the arc and back feeds to Ben. Dump left post Copeland. Power dribble. Centers in the lane Lubin. His righty layup challenged and missed on the carom to the right. Rebound Texas.
Yeah, that was a tough play that time. Vokatitis got back and was able to contest that shot.
Right side mark. Dumps it right corner now for Swain. Drives baseline. Gets away with a shove. His layup is short. The rebound down to the Pack.
What in the world is going on out there? You don't call pushes when the arm extends?
Lefty arm shoved Copeland away. Quadir passes left wing for Holloman. He uses a Lubin screen now. Works into the paint. Drives, basket, shot is blocked. No, it's no foul call. It's a tackle. And the board picked up by Texas. This is Pope at the right. Dumps it into Mark in the paint. Hands it off now to Swain. Lofts it up top Vokatitis, who gives it off right for Pope. Sends it down Vokatitis. His layup is up, and they call that foul now at the iron at 16:58 to play.
Yeah, I like playing rough, and I like seeing rough play, but, okay, it is what it is. The officials didn't call some fouls down here, and they called it down there. That's okay. I don't know, man. That was a little bit I like physical play, but that was a little bit over the top right there.
That's Lubin's third. Here's Vokatitis at the line. He has 8 points tonight, and he rattles out on a miss. 16:58 to play. Holloman got shoved down to the deck, nearly actually tackled.
The offensive foul on the other end, like the offensive foul.
The arm bar shove.
Anytime you see that arm extend, you got to call that.
Vokatitis at the line. Second one is good. He has 9 points now. And Copeland, Williams, Holloman, McNeil, and Sagne are the 5 out there. Lubin's protected on the bench with 3 fouls. Copeland over the timeline. Brings the ball to the left, now veers to the right. Bullies his way to the basket, rises up, lefty layup, a little bit short. Rebound taken down by Swain. Falls down on his seat, passes the ball away, and it is off of... they say initially off Texas, and it is Texas ball. As he fell down off his seat, that ball rolled away at the baseline. No travel and not out of bounds off of Texas.
Yeah, he fell. I thought he was trying to dribble.
They're going to challenge it.
Yeah, they're going to challenge it.
Will Wade's challenging. At 16:39 to play. I think they're saying he fell down out of bounds.
His hand looked like his hand was out of bounds while he was dribbling the ball.
16:39 to play. I don't think they'll send us to the under 16 timeout as they review this play. Very strange moment as Swain had the ball at the left basket, standing up. Then he loses his balance right near the left baseline, falls all the way down to the floor with the ball, and throws it away to avoid a travel, and they called it off the Pack, but it should be reversed. And I suspect off of Texas.
Yeah, it looked like the one hand was out.
Lenovo, global technology solutions company that has called NC home for 2 decades, is proud to support the community and the NC State Wolfpack. Lenovo, smarter technology for all. Visit us at Lenovo.com. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identifications. 10-second pause for ID. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield. (34-33). Pack leads Texas by 1. 16:39 to play here in the University of Dayton Arena. Darian Williams hasn't scored here in the second half. He has the hot start, 14 points. They've made the call, and it will be NC State ball. The challenge is successful. Kind of a no-doubter there, Chucky.
Yeah, no doubter. The official, I guess, wasn't looking at his hand. He was just looking at up top.
All right, so it will be 1 challenge remaining for each team, Texas and NC State. And Williams will inbound at left baseline, 20 to shoot. 16:39 to play. Pack leads 34-33. Lob up top to Copeland is deflected away by Swain. Denied to the near side of the floor. Copeland is saying, hey, they're holding my jersey. Throw the ball so the pass interference flag comes my way. 15 yards, first down.
Yeah, he was holding it, but they're letting a lot of stuff go in this game.
This is Holloman who inbounded now to Copeland up top. Drives in on Pope, spins underneath the foul line. Kick left side for Holloman. He pierces the defense, and he's tripped and falls.
Yep, on Swain.
And that's Swain's third, I do believe.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, the Wolfpack, if they can attack, they could get Texas to call some fouls.
And Kendall Weaver comes in for Heidi. Swain will stay in the game.
Okay.
You know what they call that on Heidi? That's his fourth.
Oh, wow.
So that's Heidi's fourth, and he sits.
Okay.
Not on Swain. And the inbound now comes to Copeland up top. Heels at the three-point arc and a whistle off the ball. 16:24 to play. They might tighten the whistle up a little bit here, Chucky, because it was getting a little wild.
Yeah,
it was ferocious.
It's getting a little rough out there. Now, players will do what you allow them to do. If they get away with something, okay, I can do that, and they'll continue to do it. And these are big, strong guys out there.
Lob up top, Copeland sends it left. Williams lines up a triple. That one's too strong from the left arc. Rebound down to Texas. 34-33 Pack. 4 minutes since halftime. Pope, who's been somewhat quiet here after his 28 points in Maui in the first meeting. Bounces up top, Bocatitis lost the ball. It's pulled down by Holloman in the backcourt. Brings it right to left. It's stolen back by Mark. One-on-one, rises, basket lays, and scores.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate play that time. The Wolfpack got a turnover. Weaver came back and caused the Wolfpack to turn it over.
Here's a timeout on the floor. It sends us to the under 16. 15:57 to play. Texas leads 35-34. Here from Dayton, it's the Pack against the Longhorns. You're listening to Wolfpack basketball from Learfield.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of exceptional lease offers today.
Handy Hugos and BP are thrilled to be a part of the energy and excitement surrounding NC State basketball this season. Take advantage of savings with the Handy Hugos app. Download it today and start saving immediately with any size frozen or fountain drink for free. Unlock app-exclusive offers and get rewarded for buying your favorite treats. Plus, when you fill up at BP or Amoco gas stations with the Earnify app, you save 5 cents per gallon every time. Never pay full price again, and go Wolfpack.
Buying a home in the Triangle is a unique buying experience. You deserve someone who's an expert, someone who's experienced, and someone who will help you find the perfect home. You deserve the Jim Allen Group Advantage. The Jim Allen Group is a nationally recognized and award-winning real estate team in Raleigh, North Carolina, built on one simple truth. Our customers are our number one priority. Establish your home court advantage with the team at the Jim Allen Group, Coldwell Banker, Howard Perry, and Walston, who are ready to help you buy, sell, or build your next dream home. Learn more at jimallen.com.
Thirty-five, 34, 1-point game here in Dayton. It's Texas up by 1 on the Pack. 15:57 to play. Here in the second half in the lid lifter of the NCAA tournament for NC State, the 11 seed, the 8th team out of the ACC. Depending on who you ask, it's either NC State or SMU, both of whom are here in this first 4 event. Out of the 8-bid Atlantic Coast Conference, NC State down by 1 right now to Texas. With 15:57 to play, Chucky, it's been a herky-jerky, odd start to the second half.
Yeah, it's been an odd start to the second half. Maybe the officials are going to tighten the whistle a little bit. They let a little stuff go, then they tighten it up a little bit. So the players will have to adjust to what's going on. But the intensity has been there from both teams. Both teams are playing with high intensity.
Copeland, Saunier, Abel, Williams, and McNeil, the 5 out here for the Pack. 15:57 to play. Saunier will inbound at right baseline. And Copeland will bring the ball right to left for NC State. 35-34, Texas leads by 1. As Quadir walks the ball over the center line. Drifts near side of the floor. Breaks Swain down, shoulder low. Dribbling back to the basket, left post. Kick up top, McNeil trying to get free. Uses a Saunier screen, rise and fire. Hand in his face, left wing, triple too strong. Rebound trickles out to Texas.
Yeah, that time Paul McNeil worked hard to get that three-point shot. And he'll be able to get his shot over Pope. Just go right up and shoot the ball, and that's what he did.
15:30 to play. Here's Mark, right wing, guarded by Williams. Chest pass up top, Bocatitis hands it off to Pope now. He shimmies to the top of the arc and leaves it left for Swain. Centers to Weaver at the foul line. Drives underneath McNeil, rises up, lays it in on a kiss at the right.
Yeah, and Weaver is a guy that's he's not gonna shoot jump shots. He had a wide open free throw line jumper, and he drove that ball. So Paul McNeil, just wait on him to come to you.
Copeland drives in on Mark, has the ball pried away. Weaver tracks it down, turnover. Texas has it. Weaver accelerates left to right, brings the ball to the cradle to the basket. Fingertip layup is missed. It curls off, rebound Pack. Copeland right to left, back feed. Williams finds it, lines up a 3. That's off the iron, rebound Texas.
Yeah, that was a good find that time. I didn't even see that pass. Well, that was a really good find by Copeland.
Swain drives in. He's fouled by McNeil. Count it, and the bucket. A lefty finish. It's 39-34 Texas. 14:37 to play.
Yeah, both teams have gone on somewhat of a drought scoring-wise. Now Texas is going on a little bit of a mini run. So now to be up to the Pack now to answer this mini run with a run of their own.
That's 9 points now for Swain. Saunier and McNeil are out. Williams, Abel, Copeland, Holloman, and Lubin, the 5 in here for NC State. Swain at the free throw line. Short, rebound Copeland. 14:35 and ticking. 39-34 Texas.
And Texas hadn't really shot free throws well so far this game.
Lubin straight away here for the Pack. One dribble, handoff now to Darian. Drifts to the right elbow. Nice. Pops the jumper and connects.
Yeah, nice play that time. Just playing a little bit of a ball screen with a game with Lubin. And that time, that was a good play because the big fella from Texas, he can't stay with you on the ball screen.
39-36 Texas. 6 minutes since halftime. Mark left wing guarded by Abel loosely. Mark drives to the foul line now. He's cut off at the right post.
That's a hook.
Veers left.
Oh, my God.
And a foul on Abel, who's also saying, hey, I got hooked by Tremont Mark.
Oh, my goodness. That was a big-time hook by Mark. I mean, you got to call this stuff, man. There are a lot of things that they let go in today's game. They didn't let go years ago.
Pope lobs it into Mark at the left. Williams guards him, 15 to shoot. 13:50 to play. Mark brings the ball to the midway line. Gives it off right for Pope. Rubs off a Bocatitis screen. Turns to the left. Drives to the basket. Righty scooper. Too strong. Whistle blows off NC State. 2.0 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I think that time Ben Alulu happened to be standing out of bounds. The ball bounced. He came back in. He was the first one to touch it, and he was basically he wasn't established in bounds yet.
Pope's right of the basket to inbound it. It was an errant horn. They're going to check the scores table. Unless they needed to get the attention of the officials. And they're saying no necessary horn there. Right, so we'll inbound it with 2 to shoot. 13:40 to play.
Yeah, be careful of a lob here to Bocatitis. A back screen from someone throwing a lob maybe.
Inbound now to Mark. Turns the corner, rises up. 15-footer, no. Rebound down to Swain and a whistle. And is that a foul on NC State? It is on Abel, who had his hand right near the ball.
I mean, they've tightened the whistle up, and it was unfortunate that they called that foul on Abel. But I just thought maybe that was a let him play foul, let him play right there.
39-36 Texas, 13:34 to play. Now 20 to shoot on the inbound from Mark. Lofts it high post right, Bocatitis hands it back to Mark. Starts the dribble up with Copeland on him. Straight away, Mark lofts it to the basket. Vokatitis reaches up for it. He's reversing the layup up. His back's to the basket. He throws an air ball up, and Weaver has the ball. Centers it to Vokatitis, who lays it in with a left.
Yeah, that time Weaver slashed in and got that ball and helped Texas create another possession.
11 points now for Vokatitis. 7 minutes since halftime. Lubin straight away for the Pack. Not a three-point threat. Couple of pounds now on Vokatitis. Brings it left on the pass for Copeland. He slices, basket, dishes right side Abel. Cuts into the lane. Lefty runner, a little short. Rebound caromed out to Abel now. Whips it up top Holloman. He fires up a triple, and that one pounds off the bracket. Rebound Longhorns.
Yeah, tough possession that time by the Wolfpack.
Swain crosses over, drives, and he's bumped. And that's a foul on Van Allen Lubin with 12:38 to play.
Yeah, that's a tough call on Van Allen Lubin right there. That's his fourth. So that's really big for the Wolfpack.
He's going to have to sit for a while now. These are huge moments here for Moussa Sanye with 12:38 to play. He's got to guard Vokatitis.
Yeah. Hey, well, you got to do it at some time. At some point, big fella, you got to get thrown out there, and now is your time.
Weaver right of the basket here for Texas. Lofts it up top, Vokatitis, nearly stolen by Copeland. Whips it up top for Swain. Hop step, high post right, kicks it right. Wilcher lofts up a three, pounds off short. Another offensive rebound for Texas. Swain in the lane. His 10-foot push, that's off the heel. Rebound down to the Pack. Williams right to left. Sends it left, Copeland. Hop step, lane, pumps, slithers, shoots it up, around, and down.
Yes, gotta finish those layups. Copeland had about 4 early layups, so now he's been finishing the layups so far in the second half. Gotta finish those layups.
8 minutes since halftime. 41-38 Texas. Wilcher, the backup Texas point guard, guards the ball, hands the ball off to Swain, runs the weave to Weaver now, who shovels it back left for Wilcher. Throws it high post to Vokatitis, anticipated, stolen by Copeland. Fires it up ahead for Abel, who rises up, and he is floored. 2 free throws to come as we go to the under 12. 11:49 to play here in Dayton. Texas 41, NC State 38. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in Wolfpack Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
Chaz, what's up, my man?
We got ourselves an Inside NC State Athletics podcast that we need folks to know about.
I heard about that.
It records weekly, put it out midweek. You can download it wherever you get your podcasts from. It's the Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
Kind of our perspective of what we see and what we hear.
Different stories, play some games, play a little bit of trivia maybe.
And I love you send the trivia answers to me before we
You're
play.
not supposed to tell people.
Oh.
You're not supposed to
I don't
tell
look at them, by the way.
You're just smart. Inside NC State Athletics podcast.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
.38, 3-point game here in Dayton. NC State is down by a bucket. Couple of free throws to come here out of the timeout. Once we're back at it, Matt Abel will be at the line. 11:49 left here in Dayton, Ohio. NC State football is going to Brazil to kick off the 2026 season in Rio de Janeiro. At College Football Brazil, where the Pack takes on Virginia, August 29th. Visit collegefootballbrazil.us for tickets, travel packages, and more information. That's College Football Brazil, BRASIL.US. Courtside here in Dayton with the crew. That would be Mad Dog Monte, Chucky Brown and yours truly here along for the ride that we hope continues out to Portland, Oregon on a red-eye flight tonight that awaits the winner, as the BYU Cougars are the 6th seed that plays the winner of this ball game. Chucky, what does NC State need to do to fly west?
I think rebounding, definitely rebounding. Take care of your points in the paint. Continue to take care of your points in the paint. And on the other end, don't let Texas has come out and not shot a whole lot of threes this half, but they're trying to go inside in the paint. Don't protect your house, take care of your paint, and not let Texas get a whole lot of points in the paint. But you continue to do what you've been doing.
They've started to even up points in the paint now. It's 22-16. NC State has an advantage.
Yeah.
Pack was up big at the half on points in the paint, and they blasted Texas in the meeting in Maui by 26 points in the paint as Abel misses the first free throw.
Yeah, Texas is well aware of that too. So, and Sean Miller's been around. He's been around a while, so he knows how important those points in the paint are.
Yeah, he's got over 500 head coaching wins. Way back when, before he was an assistant in Raleigh, he was the Big East Freshman of the Year in 1988.
I remember that Pitt. Yeah, he was in school the same time I was, so I remember him.
Abel misses the first but makes the second. 41-39. Pack down by 2. 11:40 to play here in the second half in Dayton. This is Pope at the left wing, a few feet beyond the arc. Flips it up top for Cody, the big fella for Texas. Hands it back to Pope. Lightning quick now. Sanye's on him. Step back, releases the 3. That's off right. Rebound one-handed by Copeland now, and he pats it ahead half court to Holloman. Sends it left wing for Williams. Catches, drives, backs Pope down. Left block. Picks up the pound, throws it high left Holloman. Refeed Williams now. He backs Pope down once again. Bangs with him. Righty hook shot. Turns, flips, missed it. Weaver pogo sticks for the board. Accelerates half court and two hands it right for Swain. Hands it off to Wilcher. Lofts up a 3. No. Weaver with the rebound and he lays it in.
And Weaver has been a problem. Just his activity. He's a slasher, and that's what he does. So his intensity and his energy has been a problem for the Wolfpack. Got to match that.
Very bouncy player for Texas. He had 17 points and 8 boards in the first meeting in Hawaii. Right side of the floor, it's Copeland now. He spins in on Weaver, pumps, spins the other way. Finger rolls high off the window and rattles in.
Yeah, nice move, nice patient move, and gave Weaver a nice pump fake. Anytime you got an athletic guy, he's going to go for any of those ball fakes.
Copeland has 11 points, 10:30 to play. 43-41 Texas. Wilcher dribbles top of the arc for the Longhorns. Trying to score right basket. Chest pass left for Pope. Fires it up top for Cody. Bounces right side now. Wilcher backs up right of the circle. Sanye's on him on a switch. Crossover on Big Musa. Bounce it down to Cody and it trickles out of bounds. Right block, turnover, Texas.
Good defense by the Wolfpack. Again, make Texas play in the half court and get those loose balls and those rebounds, and the Wolfpack will be fine. But they got to make Texas play in the half court. They haven't given up easy baskets. Don't give them anything easy.
Abel gets it into Copeland. You got Williams, Holloman, and Sanye out there for the Pack. Copeland dribbles at the jump circle, lofts it left for Williams. Faces up top of the arc. He drives in on Mark, lowers his shoulder, righty hook shot, no. Sanye taps it out of bounds at the near side of the floor at 9:47 to play. He tried to volleyball the rebound out to Holloman, but it goes with Texas.
Yeah, that's a good idea by Sanye. If you can't get it, slap it out for someone else to get it. And Holloman had just started making his way down court, or he would have been able to get that ball.
9:47 to play here in Dayton. It's 43-41. Texas leads with the ball. Okatitis is back in up top now. Handoff now to Mark. Lefty dribble, brings it behind the back through the legs, works to the left lane line and a foul on the floor. That goes against Big Musa Sanye.
Yeah, that time I think Musa might have reached at the end of that. Now Texas, the next foul, Texas will be shooting.
Right.
The Wolfpack are only at 3 team fouls.
No, that's 6.
That's 6.
And then Texas at 3.
Texas
yes,
at 3,
you're right. You're right. I got you.
Okay,
I
yeah.
got you.
I said it.
My mistake.
No, my mistake. I said it kind of crazy, but Texas has only 3 team fouls, so Wolfpack have to get their team fouls back up so that they're able to shoot.
Oh, Mark throws it in off the back of Sanye. He catches and he's fouled. And that's the 7th team foul. Sanye was back guarding the inbounder. Mark throws it off his back, and then he takes it, and he's fouled by Big Musa with 2 free throws to come.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot, and I've seen that quite a bit in basketball here lately, where the inbounder or the guy guarding the inbounds turns his back totally. You shouldn't do that, but if you're going to do it, turn your back totally and get almost up against the guy if you're going to have your back totally against him.
Mark puts the free throw in. He has 9. Sanye has 4 fouls. They're going to let it ride and basically just make him and Scotty Ibube like one guy.
You might as well. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
Mark's second free throw is no good. Vokatitis has the rebound, and he's fouled by Musa, and he's disqualified. That's his 5th personal as Sanye picks up 3 fouls in like 20 seconds.
Yeah. So now Scotty will come in, because it's going to be tough if you have to play Lubin for 9.5 minutes with 4 fouls. That'd be tough to do.
Yeah, Texas is fouling out all NC State's bigs.
Yeah, and NC State is kind of short on the bigs.
Ibube's got to play long minutes here now.
Yeah.
Because Van Allen Lubin has 4 personals, and Moose is fouled out. Vokatitis makes the free throw. He has 12 points. Vokatitis is 3rd nationally in fouls drawn per 40 minutes.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but I also think that when you're guarding him, you need to scream 3 seconds and make them call that 3-second play, because he camps, he parks in the lane and doesn't get out of there. And he's already 250, 260 pounds, and that's hard to move as it is.
Second free throw is missed. Texas leads 45-41. Pack down 4. 9:20 to play. Copeland off an Ibube screen to the right. Spins into the paint. Fakes the pass left. Lefty layup is off the window. Karam's off. Last touch by Texas out of bounds. Got 13 to shoot, left baseline.
Yeah, good job of Copeland getting in that lane, getting in there again, but has to find a way to finish. But Vokatitis makes it tough to come in there and finish.
Copeland finds Abel left corner, drives into the lane, his shot is up, and he's fouled. Got rejected by Swain. Clock at 9:11 here in the ball game, and that's on Kendall Weaver. That's his first. That's the 4th team foul on Texas. So they've got 2 more to give before the bonus. And it should be Matt Abel to the line for 2. Yes. 82% free throw shooter. Comes into tonight 41 of 50 on the year. Really good.
Yeah, Matt Abel did a good job of getting to the basket and creating that foul. Just knock down the free throws now.
Well, Rattler on the first that misses. 9:11 to play. And a bloody nose in the first half. There's no gauze or stuffing in his nose here in the second half, so he doesn't have to play with that discomfort. Second free throw's good. So Abel has 4 points now, and McNeil checks in for Abel. Chucky, it would be great for NC State to get McNeil rolling here. He's the ACC's top 3-point marksman.
Yeah, so for Paul McNeil Jr., some ball fakes, get him coming off those screens, that type of action. But Paul McNeil Jr., show that ball. You're going to have to take some tools, because they know what you can do from 3-point land.
2 of 8 from 3 is McNeil. Mark has the ball up top, and he sends it left for Swain. Chest pass, left wing now. Pope dribbles up top, defers to Weaver right of the circle. Snaps it right for Mark. Kicks it up top, Vokatitis using clock. Shovel right side for Weaver. Finds Mark straight away at 4 to shoot. Drives past Ibube, rises to the cup, and it's goaltended by Big Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty went after it. But again, if you watch Vokatitis, he's parking in that lane. He is not leaving that lane. So as a player, somebody has to scream out 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Just scream it out, and maybe Vokatitis will think about that and get out, or the officials will call it. But it hasn't been called yet, but he's been parking in that lane.
Clears out space on drives, too.
Oh, yeah.
8:30 to play now. Copeland top of the arc. 47-42 Texas. Pack needs a bucket. Copeland passes right for Williams. Shovels right side. McNeil probes the D and defers up top. Copeland now. Kicks it left. McNeil. Rise. Fire. 3. That's halfway down. Popped out. Whistle. And a foul against Ibube. 8:20 to play. Scotty's wondering what he did on the contact under the rim, and it's a foul on Big Scotty, his first.
Yeah, he got caught up with Vokatitis there. That was a good look by Paul McNeil Jr. That just didn't go down, but that was a good look.
NC State is 3 of 13 from 3 this game, 1 of 7 in the second half. And here's Vokatitis. 1-1 now at 70% on the year.
Yeah, he was when we were in Maui, he was right at 50%.
He makes the first. He's gotten better here through the year.
He's gotten better because he was at 50% when we were in Maui. I remember that.
5 double-doubles this year. Second leading scorer for Texas, about 15 a game. He has 13 pending this free throw, now 14. And Volkatitis has Texas up 49-42. 8:18 to play. Pack offense needs to get going here.
Yeah, got to get going. Got to get a little bit more ball movement and get some ball screen action right there with Volkatitis.
Ube up top. Chest pass left for Holloman. Starts up the dribble now, uses a Scotty screen, brings the ball to the foul line. Holloman spins in the paint, fires it up top for Copeland, 7 to shoot, penetrates, rises, lays, and scores in the foul. 7:54 to play. Quadir Copeland streaks to the basket.
Yeah, I think that time Volkatitis might have pushed Abube, and that's why that foul was called.
13 points for Copeland sends us to the under 8 timeout. Boy, did the Pack need that.
Yes.
With 7:54 to play. Texas leads 49-44. You're listening to Wolfpack basketball from Learfield.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of NC State Athletics.
Hey, Pack fans, this is Darren Williams from NC State men's basketball.
Lubin rises, cup, righty finger roll, missed it, lifts off, rebound, Williams cleans it up and scores!
On the court, the Red Reckoning is all about strength, teamwork, and a solid foundation. Dogged Concrete has focused on building quality foundations with integrity, determination, and collaboration for over 60 years. For your next project, call Dogged Concrete. The Red Reckoning is here, and I'm proud to team up with champions like Dogged and the Pack. Go Pack.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
.44, two-possession game here in Dayton, 7:54 to play. Texas leads by 5. Pack within 5 points, 49-44. Pack fans, One Pack NIL Collective is a proud sponsor of NC State Athletics and supporter of NC State men's basketball and our student athletes. Membership to One Pack NIL Collective includes autographed memorabilia, exclusive events and experiences, custom merchandise, and much more. Visit onepacknil.com and join today. Williams has 16 points to lead the way. He had 14 of those in the first half.
Yeah.
Copeland has 13 points. Those are the 2 double-figure scores tonight for NC State.
Right. NC State needs another guy to step up and help with the scoring, or Williams is going to have to, and Copeland are going to have to increase their production even more. But this is a kind of a grind-it-out type of game. You may not need a whole lot more scoring, but somebody else has to come step up and help out. Maybe like a Holloman, who has 0 right now. Holloman might have to hit a couple of shots. You might need 6 or 7 points from him, and that could get the Wolfpack over the hump.
Fouls are a big issue. Sonye's fouled out. Lubin's on the bench with 4. Copeland's free throw is true. And Quadir's now up to 14 points to make it 49-45, and one completed by Copeland. Cope has the ball. Under 8 to play here in Dayton, down by 4. Volkatitis up top. Ebube bodies it. Handoff now to Mark, and there's contact and a foul. Whistle blows. They've yet to say on who they say Ebube.
Ebube, yeah, he reached in there, and Volkatitis pushed him off.
Chucky, that is 11 front court fouls called against NC State tonight. So Sagnier's fouled out with 5, 4 on Lubin, 2 on Scotty.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he did reach in that time, but that's a lot of fouls in your front court.
Vokatitis, front end of the double bonus, misses it right. 7:42 to play. Grinder of the game here in Dayton. These two scored 199 points between them in the first game.
Yeah, but you could tell the difference. There's not a whole lot of bad shots or anything like that taken.
Vokatitis' second one is good. He has 15 points. It was 102-97 in Maui. It's 50-45 with 7.5 and ticking here in Dayton. Here's Copeland now left half court. Uses a Williams screen and drifts left. Snaps it up top now for Darian. Brings the ball lefty dribble inside the foul line. Kick up top for Holloman. Speeds to the basket. Rises up to the cup and is fouled. 7:23 to play. That's on Vokatitis, and Trey Holloman heads to the free throw line. That's the 4th on the big fella for Texas.
And that is a much-needed foul for NC State. I mean, right now the foul count is 10-4? Is that right? 10-3, 10-4, whatever it is, but it's 10-5? Okay, so NC State needs to drive. The officials have to find a way to even up these calls because there's no way that one team is fouling more than the other like that.
Here's Holloman at the line. 7:23 to play. Sinks it. And Trey Holloman has 1 point. That's his first point of the ball game. He's 0 for 3 from the field. Hasn't shot a ton.
Right.
As Nick Cody checks in for Big Mattis Vokatitis for Texas.
Yeah, if Holloman can score probably 7 to 8 points, that would help the Wolfpack out tremendously. The Wolfpack have gone very small now, so there has to be an effort for them to gang rebound out there.
Averages 9 a game. He's up to 2. He hits both. 50-47. 1 possession game here in Dayton. Pope brings the ball left to right. Crosses the timeline and slings it left for Weaver. Lofts it right for Pope, who jumps for the catch. Holloman's out on him now. Pope brings the ball high post right. Centers to Cody. Turns, flips. That short rebound pack. Can tie the game with a 3. Left wing pass to Williams. Starts up the dribble, throws it underneath. It's stolen. Wow. Copeland fell down. Pope has the ball, bounces up top. It's stolen. Holloman dribbles, lob, basket, hammer time, alley-oop. 1 point game in Dayton.
Big-time defensive play by Holloman, making an impact on the defensive end and a great pass with the lob for Copeland.
6:39 to play. Pope has the ball, jump circle. Gives it left for Swain, trying to advance here in March. Top of the arc, Swain drives into the paint, cradles the ball, rises to the basket, missed it. Cody jams for the dunk.
Again, Wolfpack, they gotta get those rebounds. Can't allow Texas those second chance opportunities. Good initial defense.
Top of the arc, Holloman now brings it with a pass to the right. Williams guarded by Weaver. Backs him down right post, turns, bangs, rattles it down. Williams has 18.
Yeah, anytime you got a guard on Williams, that's exactly what he needs to do. And the Wolfpack have a matchup that they can work with anytime Texas switches a guard on to Williams.
1 point game, 6 minutes to play. I've talked about the 6-minute game all year with Coach Wayne.
Here it is.
Pope now at half court, hands it off to Mark left. Leaves it for Swain, who dribbles top of the arc. Inside at 10 now at the right wing. 8 to shoot. Mark inside out, lefty pound. Hop step to the basket, and Swain is fouled.
It seems like those fouls are called on Matt Abel often, but I thought that was pretty good D by Matt Abel and pretty good job of holding his ground there. When Texas is driving, they're like cuffing the ball and forearming you with the other arm, and I thought Matt Abel did a great job of holding his ground that time on defense.
That's Abel's third. 5:41 to play. Swain at the line, 82%. Makes it. And Swain has 10 points. 53-51 Texas.
Unfortunate call that time on Matt Abel. I thought that was good defense.
Swain's second. Is good. He hits both. He has 11. Dalen Swain, all SEC second team, and a timeout called. I believe that was called by Texas. It was.
Yeah.
So NC State has 3 timeouts left. Texas has 2. We'll stay right here at 5:41 to play in a 3-point game. This is really what you dream about if you're a big-time player, Chucky. These are the moments.
This is fun. This is when you're in your backyard and you're playing with your friends, or even when you're playing by yourself. You want to play 5, 4, 3, 2. These are the moments that you live for right here, especially as a basketball player. And no better time to do it than March Madness.
NC State has not shot the ball well here in Dayton. 3 for 13. You'd think that as the ACC's top three-point percentage team, if there's a reversion to the mean and you get good looks, some of these threes are going to start to drop with 5:41 to play.
Oh, yeah, as long as they're good shots. Whenever NC State takes the good three-point shot, there's a high percentage chance that they're going to make it. So there has to be something, and Van Leuven is back out there, so that's a good thing. These last 5 minutes he has to go tough and try to play without fouling. But for NC State, those three-point looks, Holloman, Williams, Paul McNeil Jr., if Matt Abel is out, is able to get back out there, some of those, if you get a good look, go ahead and take it. The chances are it's going to go down.
Starting fives out here for NC State. Copeland has the ball at the left. Two hands it up top for Darian, 20 to shoot. On the hop to the right. Drives short corner right. Works now into the lane. Spins, baseline, ready. Hook shots over the rim. Rebound down to Texas on the miss.
Good move that time. Just a little strong on the shot.
5:19 and ticking. Mark has it straight away for the Longhorns. Wings it left for Weaver. Chest pass up top, Mark. Tosses right for Pope. Flips it straight away, Cody. Hands off now to Pope at 13 to shoot. Low on the dribble foul line. Penetrates. Teardrop up and feathers it in.
Yeah, that time Pope had McNeil behind him, and he just kept him behind him and shot a floater. Nice offensive shot right there.
5 points for Pope. Under 5 minutes to play. 56-51 Texas. Copeland at the right. Drives, spins, falls down on his seat. Bounces the pass out to Holloman now. 13 to shoot up top. Guarded by Weaver. Crosses over to the right. Copeland sets a screen. Holloman slices to the basket, and he is bumped on the deck by Tremont Mark.
Yep, and that's what you got to do. Got to get something going to the basket, and now Holloman got a foul.
And that is 1-1 now as Texas has 17 fouls. Double bonus NC State with more than 10. Texas has 7. 4:37 to play. It's a 56-51 Texas lead.
Yeah, NC State needs to keep attacking the basket and try to get Texas will foul you if you attack the basket, so keep attacking the basket.
Mark called for his second foul there. Key 1-1 free throws. Holloman makes it. Big free throw from Trey Holloman. He has 3 points. It's a 4-point game here in Dayton. 4:37 to play. Winner advances to Portland, Oregon to take on 6th seed BYU. Holloman at the line. Makes them both with 4:37 left. It's a 3-point game.
And now NC State stay with the defense. Keep Texas playing in the half court.
Pope in the backcourt, brings it left to right and passes left for Weaver. Flips it up top, Cody. He hands it off now to Mark straight away. Checked by McNeil. Jabs left, drives into the paint. Kick right side, Swain. Pump fake, slices baseline, jumps the pass to Weaver. His right, he pushes a swish in the paint.
Again, Weaver slashing. Got to be aware of him on any drives. He's going to slash because he's going in for offensive rebounds.
9 points now for Weaver. 4 minutes to play. 58-53 Texas. Copeland off a McNeil screen to the right. Crosses over through the legs. Spins the ball away. Lost it. Steal Texas. Swain has it. Right half court. Rises basket. He lost the ball. Trickles out of bounds off Texas near side of the floor.
Yeah, that's a good call right there. That's a good call. He lost it.
Pack catches a break, and it sends us to the under 4 timeout. 3:52 to play. Each team just turned the ball over to the other one with 3:52 to play. Pack will have it down by 5, 58-53 here in Dayton. You're listening to Wolfpack Basketball from Learfield.
At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, you're more than a policy. You're family. With offices in every county, we're close by when it matters most. Our local agents customize coverage to fit your life. And our award-winning claims team delivers fast, quality repairs. It's no surprise Forbes ranked us the #1 auto insurer in America. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Because I wanted to advance my career.
Because I want my kids to be proud.
Because I wanted to learn more.
Because I want to be a better teacher.
Your goals, your drive, your because. Whatever pushes you forward, career growth, family, a new challenge. NC State Online is built for it. With over 120 flexible programs taught by NC State's world-class instructors, your future starts here. Explore our programs and connect with program experts by visiting go.ncsu.edu/NC State Online.
Five-point game here in Dayton, 3:52 to play. Pack has a little work to do here to move on to Portland, down 5 to Texas. 58-53. NC State down a couple of buckets. Courtside here at the Lenovo broadcast table, trying to advance in March. Chucky, you've got Copeland at 16 points now and Williams at 18. McNeil with just 5, Holloman with 4, and Lubin with 6. Lubin's probably in now with 4 fouls the rest of the way. You got to ride him as much as you can.
Yeah, you got to ride him and keep him out there, and trust that he'll be able to play without fouling. And he's been around a while, so I think that he'll be able to play without fouling.
Sagnier's fouled out. Ibube has 2 fouls if you need him on offensive, defensive substitutions, possibly late-game foul situations. Lubin's been pretty quiet tonight by his standards. He has 6 points and 4 boards.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet because he got into a little foul trouble. But just having him on the floor for the Wolfpack is a great thing because of his intelligence. So
it's a starting 5 out there. Under 4 to play. 3:52. Williams rolls it into Copeland. And he scoops it off the deck. Down 58-53 to Texas. Quadir has the ball left wing, guarded by Mark, man-to-man Texas. Copeland dribbles it low, hunched over on the right. Traces the arc to the right side of the floor. Bullies his way into the lane. Muscles in on Pope. Pump fake, throws it up. No foul call, and Texas has the ball.
Wow, that was tough right there.
Ball went up into the air, and Texas pulls it down as Pope walks it left to right. Snaps it left for Swain, who hands it off to Mark. Drives underneath Williams and spikes it down with a lefty flush at 3:17 to play.
Yeah, that was probably the easiest basket that Texas has had all night. That's the first time the Wolfpack didn't have any good help coming over.
13 points for Mark. Copeland left wing now. Slithers to the foul line. 3 minutes to play. Back to the basket. Pass up top, deflected, stolen. Weaver has the ball. Fast break. Rises up. Blasted. There's a block by Holloman. That might not even be a foul. Trey Holloman is whistled, but that was a clean, hard block of Kendall Weaver, who hit the stanchion on the way down on the descent.
Yeah, that looked like a good block right there. I think the reason why he flew out of bounds is because he went off of 1 foot.
Holloman's a football player out of high school, big football recruit. He was unfazed on that contact there to Kendall Weaver, who gets blasted. Nothing easy with Trey Holloman near the iron at 2:56 to play.
Yeah, good job, Trey Holloman, getting back, not giving up the easy basket.
That sets a tone here late in the game. Weaver's free throw is good. Kendall Weaver has 10. Holloman now has 3 fouls. 61-53. Texas has turned NC State over the last 2 possessions and now turned them into points.
Yeah. There was no ball movement that time by the Wolfpack the last couple of times. That's why the turnovers have come.
62-53. Pack needs to score. Under 3 minutes to play. Down by 9. Copeland at the right. 2 hands it up top. Lubin. Handoff Williams. 18 points. Drives into a triple team. Centers it to Lubin. It's off his kneecap. 3rd consecutive turnover late here for the Pack.
Oh, that's tough right there. Now the Pack need to get on. They need to stop right here. They need to stop right here in a quick basket.
Jordan Pope now walks it at the jump circle. Leaves it left for Mark. He jabs on Williams. Backs up 13 to shoot. Jumps the pass to Vokatitis left post. Spins into a double team. Flips the skip pass. Pope catches. Pump fake. One dribble. Spins up a three. That's off the bracket. Offensive board down to Vokatitis with 2:13 to play.
Yeah, now that right there cannot happen.
Mark has the ball at half court. 62-53 Texas lead. 2 minutes to play. Holloman guards Mark. Lefty dribble. Bounce foul line. Vokatitis flips it up. No good. Life here for the Pack. Lubin has the board.
Gotta go now. Gotta go.
Holloman in the backcourt now. On the trot. Season on the line. Drives to the lane. Hangs, floats, and scores in the foul. Vokatitis bumps him. Holloman to the stripe for the and one. 1:48 to play. 62-55. Vokatitis' fifth foul.
And exactly what the Wolfpack needed. Needed to get something attacking the rim. And then they got an and one right here. So now you come down and get another stop right here. But you can't allow Texas to get the second chance opportunities. And you got to be aware of Weaver slashing. He's a smaller guy there, but be aware of him slashing on the drives and getting layups.
Life here for NC State. Holloman to the line. Front iron and down. He has 7 points, and it makes it a 62-56 deficit. A minute 48 to play, and the press is on. Inbound now to Popey's double team. Floats to Mark, speeds timeline. Dishes left, Swain rises up to the basket, and he is fouled by Lubin, and that's his fifth. Yep. He is DQ'd with 1:42 to play.
Yeah, that's tough. They broke the press, and Luby was back there by himself. So he was in a pretty tough situation right there.
So Matt Abel comes in, and NC State goes really small at 1:42 to play. You've got Holloman, McNeil, Williams, Abel, and Copeland as the five out there, with two centers disqualified by fouls now for NC State. In Sagne and in Lubin. Swain's free throw's good. He has 12. 1:42 to play at 63-56 Texas. It has been a grinder here in Dayton.
Yeah, it's been a grinder. It definitely wasn't the cute game that it was out in Honolulu or Hawaii.
Two free throws go in for Swain. Holloman with 97 seconds left now at the right. Drives to the basket. He passes left. McNeil flops up a three and connects left corner. Paul McNeil makes it a 5-point game. Timeout NC State with 90 seconds to play and life here in Dayton.
Yeah, big time shot by Paul McNeil Jr. Much needed shot. Now the Wolfpack just have to get a stop or find a way to turn Texas over. Texas has had a habit of turning the ball over late, and hopefully that continues.
64-59. 90 seconds left. Very small lineup for NC State is out there. Both starting centers for each team have been disqualified with 5 fouls each. Nick Cody is the biggest guy out there at 6'8" for Texas. Wow. It's like 10 guards basically against each other.
Basically 10 guards against each other, and I think the Wolfpack, anytime you have to play small ball, I think that's the advantage of the Wolfpack.
1:30 to play. McNeil hits his second three. He has 8 points. Holloman, Copeland, McNeil, Abel, and Williams. Can NC State move on to Portland, Oregon to take on BYU and come back from this 5-point deficit?
You got a good lineup out there that can create some steal opportunities.
Each team has 2 timeouts left. Each team has a challenge left. Whistle blows off the ball. Oh, there's some debris. A bottle cap came rolling on the floor. So Weaver will inbound it left baseline. Mark, Cody, Pope, and Swain, the other 4 for Texas. Copeland guards Weaver, who runs the left baseline. Bounces into Pope. He's double-teamed in the corner. Pass to Weaver is in the backcourt now as he finds Swain, kicks it back to Pope. Dribbles through a double team, gets away with a walk. His pass is deflected at the left sideline by Holloman. Jump ball, and it goes with NC State. 78 seconds left. Turnover against Texas.
Yeah, good job, NC State. You got a small lineup out there. That's a good lineup for a lot of trapping. And the Wolfpack were able to trap, who was that? Was that Pope? Yeah, they were able to trap Pope out there, and it was a tough pass for him.
1:18 to play. 64-59 Texas. Copeland inbounds it to Holloman. He speeds top of the arc now, brings it to the left. Righty dribble as he hands it off to Copeland up top, drives into the lane. Euro step basket, righty layup off the bottom of the iron, tapped away off Texas. With 1:08 to play, NC State will have 20 to shoot.
Yeah, good job of Copeland getting to the basket, but you got to finish that play. You're right there, point-blank range. You got to finish that.
Copeland will inbound it right of the basket. He's cutting it out. He's got something going on with it.
Yeah.
Ankle. He's holding his right ankle.
Yep.
And he is grimacing now in discomfort. 20 to shoot, 68 seconds left. Texas leads at 64-59. Copeland inbounds to McNeil. Fires a three. Got it, far corner. Falling down. It's a 2-point game. Paul McNeil drills a triple. Timeout here in Dayton. 65 seconds left.
Big time shot by Paul McNeil Jr. And see, for Paul McNeil Jr. he can get that shot off because he got smaller guards on him. And he shoots the ball up high. Pope was there. Good contestant. Could have been called a foul because you didn't give McNeil enough space to land. You're supposed to protect the shooter. But big-time shots by Paul McNeil here late.
He is deadly from three. 42% led the ACC this year. 64-62. 65 seconds left. Texas has the possession arrow in their favor. NC State called the timeout. They have one remaining.
Yeah, all you have to do now for NC State, you play solid defense, play without fouling, but still play with that aggression, though, and try to speed Texas up. Don't let Texas just run the clock down, but still be aggressive, but also protect the basket because you know Texas is going to the basket.
They added a second, so 66 seconds left. Paul McNeil Jr.'s hit a couple of tough corner threes here late to keep NC State in the ballgame. Pack's on a 6-0 run over the last 24 ticks. And Pope will inbound it left baseline now as the press is on, and it just worked and forced a turnover.
Keep it on. That's exactly right. Keep it on.
Pope runs the baseline, gets it into Mark. He is doubled by Copeland and McNeil. Ball comes free. Last touch by Texas. Whistle blows and a timeout called. A timeout called by Texas is Sean Miller before over.
Ooh, that's tough right there. That's tough. I don't know. My attention was faced that way, so I couldn't see if he was calling a timeout or not. But that's a tough call.
Texas has one timeout left. 63 seconds left, and the press has worked extremely well here.
Keep it on them. Keep it on them.
It's a full timeout. We'll stay right here. They have really struggled. Texas actually changed their inbounder from the first turnover to the second. So they're trying to figure out what combination works as NC State's trap is smothered really well.
A play that goes underestimated is inbounding the ball. Everybody can't inbound the ball. I can remember, when I played for the New Jersey Nets, Chuck Daly told me one time he had Scott Hastings on the team because he could inbound the ball.
Wow.
So everybody can't inbound the ball, and some guys, get a little nervous. So that in itself is a skill. Just getting the ball about. It's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, 63 seconds left. Let's also not forget 27 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
They've got 7 seconds to get it over.
7 seconds to get it over. That's right.
It is an odd foul distribution here. Texas has really laid it on NC State's front court. The starting and backup centers for the Pack have each fouled out. So NC State's just gone without a big.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think that plays to NC State's advantage whenever they have, the guards out there playing, because I've always felt like during the season that NC State has had better guards than most teams in matchups. I can't think of a team that has had better guards.
Williams, Abel, McNeil, Holloman, and Copeland. The 5 out here for the Pack. Texas with now 64 seconds left in the ball game will inbound it far sideline. Pope will inbound it for the Longhorns. Each team has one timeout left. 64-62, Texas leads it by 2 here in the big dance. Pope far side of the floor, bounces into Mark. He dribbles through pressure, pats it ahead at half-court Cody, who finds Swain now, and they break the press. Under a minute to play, Pack needs a stop, down 2. Swain dribbles at half-court with 16 to shoot. 50 seconds left in the game in Dayton. Swain dribbles at the right wing. He hands it off now to Mark. Traces the arc up top now at 7. Wraps it behind his back at 4. Brings the ball foul line 3. Turns, fades, fires, and hits.
That was a tough shot right there. Good defense. Better offense that time. That was a very tough shot.
Top of the arc, Williams now. He puts up a 3 right wing and bangs it in right side. Darian Williams a 3. 29 seconds left. 1-point game. Inbound to Mark in the backcourt. Whistle blows. Timeout, Texas. Their final timeout at 25.4.
Now, how many seconds do they have to get it over now? So, who was counting that? Because there's no shot clock.
Shot clock's off. The officials stop the clock at currently 25.4. We'll see if they revise that.
Right.
Darian Williams with an early 3. He has 21 points, and he's made it a 1-point game. 66-65 Texas.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how much time they have to get this ball across. Texas has not handled this pressure well, so the Wolfpack keep up the pressure. Find out who the bad or the poor free throw shooters are. I know Pope is a good free throw shooter, so he and probably Swain are the guys that you probably don't want to foul. Anybody else you probably want to take a chance and foul them.
Well, we talked about how if NC State got good 3-point looks, they'd start knocking them down. They've made their last 3.
Yeah. Well, NC State is very comfortable taking the 3-point shot. That's what during the season they pretty much live by in big wins. Like you go back to the SMU game, started making those threes and ended up winning the game.
25.4 seconds left. 66-65 Texas. Pope will inbound at left baseline. Abel, McNeil, Copeland, Holloman, and Williams, the 5 out here for NC State. 1-point game here in the big dance in Dayton. Pope sends it in now to Swain. Far side of the floor. 23 seconds left. He's double teamed. Can't get it
off
out.
His leg.
Lost the ball. It's off Texas. Turnover. Force left baseline. 19.8 seconds left.
Great trap that time by NC State. And for Texas, if you're Texas, you don't want to throw the ball in the corner where you got nowhere to go. And they did exactly what NC State needed them to do.
Pack has 20.3. They put 20.3 up. 1 timeout left if you want it. Down 66-65. Copeland will inbound at left baseline. If you get in trouble, you can call timeout.
Yes.
Texas has none remaining.
Yeah, that's a good job of Wade to save that timeout just in case you get in trouble on this inbounds.
Copeland at the left baseline. Finds Holloman. Drives basket for the lead. Throws it off the rim and he's fouled. Free throws to come at 17.9.
Wow, what a big time play. That time, Paul McNeil Jr. was pretty much a decoy. He curled, and right behind him came Trey Holloman, and they played Paul McNeil Jr. so hard that it was a wide open lane for Holloman to go in and make get the contact and get the foul.
Holloman to the free throw line for the tie. 66-65. If he hits both, the Pack has the lead. 18.3 seconds left. Holloman's first. No good.
Come on, Trey.
Too strong off the heel.
Here we go. Good free throw shooter. Come on, Trey, knock these down.
81% free throw shooter this year. 18.3 left. Holloman, big side, needs it to tie the game at 66. Makes it, and we're tied at 66. Texas has no timeouts left.
Keep the pressure on them. Just play without fouling.
Swain gets it into Pope. Here we go. You get a stop. Maybe overtime. 13 seconds left. Passes right for Weaver. Sends it up top, Cody. At 10 seconds left, back to the basket. Kicks it right. Weaver shovels immediately to Mark. 4 seconds left. At 3, step back for the win. Got it with 1 second left. Timeout, Pack inside the right arc. 1.0 on the clock to make it 68-66. He hit a fadeaway, straightaway shot before, and Mark hits a deep 2 from the right at 1.0 to make it 68-66 on a step-back lefty flick.
Yeah, that was a tough shot right there. Tough shot, good defense, tough shot. Wow.
Right. You got 1 second left. See how much time is left. Coach Wade called time. It's not over yet. It was the last time out to take. Pack down by 2. All right, if they keep it at 1 second left, Chucky, which is a ballpark about right.
Right.
What's the play?
Well, the play, you got to take it out. See, this is why they need to change that. Where they need to make it so you can advance the ball.
1.1 is on the clock.
1.1 clock. So now you probably want to get your best inbounder. You're going to have to throw a long pass and maybe try to get it to somebody in the middle of the floor where they could go up, maybe a pump fake, get somebody in the air and shoot the ball. I mean, there's not much you could do. That's why they need to change that and put what's in the women's game in the men's game, where you call that timeout and you can advance the ball. Now it's not much you could do here. You got to get a long pass, though, obviously, because it's only 1.1 seconds.
Do your darndest to get it. It's unlikely you're going to get a shot good enough near the three-point line.
Right.
You have no timeouts left. Boy, you'd love to get something over the midcourt line.
Yep.
It's just so hard to hit a half-court shot.
It's got to be a long pass, something over the midcourt, three-quarter court maybe, somewhere where that hash is over there, somewhere around there to try to get your shot. And you know, the thing about it is sometimes these guys, after practice, they mess around with these shots all the time. So now is the time where this may come into play.
1.1 second left. 68-66 Texas. Pack down by a bucket. If you hit a three, you win the game and you go to Portland. Copeland right baseline with Holloman, Abel, McNeil, and Williams, the 5 out here for the Pack. Williams and McNeil are all the way down the court at the three-point corners. Copeland can run the baseline and does. 1.1 left. Copeland sends a half-court pass to the near side of the floor. Williams catches, turns, shot is up, blocked away, and that ends NC State's season. 68-66. Texas is a winner in a heartbreaking way here in Dayton.
Yeah, that's a tough way to lose. NC State, you played your heart out, played a great game. Lost it on the last second shot, and you know the guy, they came out and left it on the line. So nothing. I mean, you're upset about the loss, but you left it on the floor. You left it on the floor.
68-66. Tight ball game, grindy ball game at times. Season ends for NC State at 20-14 here in the first 4 here in Dayton. 68-66 final. Boy, it's abrupt, Chucky, when it ends.
Yeah.
You either red iron to Portland for a big game against BYU, or you're done.
Yeah. I mean, it's just very, very unfortunate game, but great effort.